Two men. One pod. Unapologetically unfiltered.
To quote Ridley Squat.
Ridley Squat.
It's the Unfiltered Idiots Podcast with Jay and TJ.
Hello and welcome to the Unfiltered Idiots Podcast. It is the inaugural podcast, kids. It is the first one of our new format and new name and new Jay and old TJ because he's old and he doesn't like me saying it and fuck him. I am, of course, Firefly Zero J, and I'm joined by, as always, my wonderful, wonderful co-host TJ, the proper TJ over there on Twitch. How you doing, TJ?
Well, I was fine until that introduction. Now I just feel like an old sack of shit, apparently, but, you know, whatever.
Oh, you've got, like, what, a whole 6 months on me or something, so...
February, mate, February. Best month,
whole
best
six
month.
months, yeah, really.
Unfortunately, I can't even slag off your birthday.
No, you can't.
Because your birthday is the same day as my fucking daughter's.
I know. I win.
It's just ridiculous. I can't even sit here and call you, like, you know, loser July, like, birthday, but no, whatever. Anyway. Yeah, no, I'm not doing too bad, dude. I'm not doing too bad.
Good man. I'm quite well. I'm having a couple of days off work, so
nice.
I'm enjoying the
same here, actually.
Yeah,
although actually I've got something like it's newsworthy only because of it just proves the incompetence of the United Kingdom and yeah. So yeah. What do you want me to?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Please
So my daughter is starting senior school, high school, which is year 7. And she's supposed to start on Monday. And the plan is, like, the year 7s and the year 11s, so the first year and the last year of high school, were supposed to go in on Monday, and then the rest of the kids will go in, or the rest of the years will go in on Tuesday. The rest of the year continues. We got an email yesterday to turn around and say that the Monday the school is now going to be closed. The year 7s and 11s can go in from Tuesday. The rest of the school have to do remote learning the rest of the years, so years 8, 9 and 10, until further notice. Apparently, and it's affecting a fair few hundred schools in the United Kingdom, and apparently 50 around my county area, Essex, which is Essex, because of the way certain parts of the school were built, they're now pretty much like crumbling. So the way it was explained to me was normally you lay a building on like some kind of slab foundation. These were built on a honeycomb styled foundation, and the honeycomb is now breaking apart and it's making it unsafe. They've got to do loads of work. It's affecting tons of schools. There's a school not far from us that's actually closed until further notice because it's...
So the bees have left. The bees have gone, fuck this, we're no longer doing this. This is slave labour. I want minimum wage.
Yes. 10.42 is not enough for them bees. But yeah, so like one of these schools close to us has had to close until further notice, and they don't even know when that further notice is going to be because they're pretty much talking about having to knock the whole school down. It's that bad.
Jesus Christ.
We've obviously this summer we've had a lot of rain that we don't normally get through the summer months, which they are also contributing to it. There's a lot of moisture and everything, which is causing a lot more damage and erosion than they thought. And it's like, wow, like, you know.
I know it's England though that gets renownedly
well, they
a fair
had
amount of rain.
The thing is, we found out today that back in June was when they had the surveys done. Whoever came out and done the tests on schools, and like literally the school's supposed to be open from Monday, and we get an email yesterday, Friday, to say don't. And now I booked Monday off of work because every year, every new my daughter's gone to a new school. Not every new school year, but whenever 3 times that she's gone to a new school, primary, junior, and obviously now high school. I've taken the first day that she starts, so I can take her to school and I can pick her up from school. That's now obviously not happening. I've still got Monday off, so we're going to go to like Banham Zoo, I think, on Monday. Hopefully it's quite quiet. But yeah, and I can't get the Tuesday off. I can't swap my days, so I'm not going to be able to take her to school, unfortunately, which is a bit gutting. But
that shit.
But yeah, it's just a bit mental, right? Like,
I can feel my
shows the calamitous.
I can feel them rising in my chest.
Yeah, for much. Yeah, it's it's just. But yeah, so.
Well, what can you do? What can you do? I mean,
get better fucking builders or like
maybe just build a
regulators
better building.
Like you know, whoever the idiot that designed these things, like you know.
Yeah, I'd like to say that like there are, listed buildings that are still standing when through the rain are an issue. So how schools, which renownedly are built to have consistent
Thousands.
use, thousands of kids going in and out, and kids are kids, so damage done to them and stuff. But we can't manage it because too much rainfall. Okay.
That is a contributing factor, apparently.
Yes. Yeah.
But
Excuse factor is what it sounds like.
Yes. But other than that, what have you been up to?
Well, I mean, I've been busy working, which I won't bore anyone with because it's work and who cares. I've been playing Starfield, which we'll get more into later. To be honest, I haven't really done much other than play Starfield, which should give you an indication of how I feel about it. So I went to football today, 7-0 win for the Yelts. Yelts. Nobody knows who they are, so it doesn't matter. Not going to affect anybody, not even people in our zone. So
exactly.
But yes, we won today in an FA Cup draw, which was the opening FA Cup because we start in round 2. I think that's right.
All I care about Premier League teams joining round 3, which is January. So you've got a long way to go, dude.
We have. It's an uphill climb, but 7-0 victory will give us a slight advantage to scare the other team we play. So yeah,
you keep telling yourself that.
But yes, so there hasn't really been much going on, dude. I mean, I got a fancy new watch which came with Starfield. It just testament to me spending 250 quid on Starfield Special Edition, which will probably end up in the bin. So but that's gaming things for you. At least this time from Bethesda, it wasn't just the helmet that doesn't fit and a tote bag, which is what they gave with Fallout 76, which much to people's chagrin, because it was promised to be a duffel bag and a helmet that fit, and none of those things happened.
But
people
hang
have
on,
to wait, I think 6 months for it.
But a helmet that fits, like, surely, like, how do you have a helmet that fits how many thousands of different size heads that people are buying it for?
Well, you oversize them, TJ. I'm not saying it fits comfortably. I'm saying it at least goes over your head. Not sort of goes
okay.
like this.
Oh, right, okay. So what you're saying is you've got a fat head, is what you're saying?
Well, no, I never bought it. I never bought it.
Oh, okay.
All right. Not bothered about 76. Because it looked like it was going to be a fail from day dot, and it was. Shocking.
Oh, okay,
it works now. It works now to all those Fallout fans that are now currently sending me hate mail. Send it. Right below. I'll ignore it. Don't worry about it. I'm not bothered.
Wicked.
But yes, so this is our first podcast as the Unfiltered Idiots.
Wait, I haven't actually told you what I did this week. I just told you about the issue with the school.
Sorry, dude. I thought that was your.
Wow, so I'm an old sack of shit, and what I've done this week doesn't matter anymore.
No, we're talking about no things.
Bye. I'll just leave.
No, sorry, dude. I thought like your big school news, school news. But carry on, mate. Tell me.
I mean, I haven't really done anything. No. So, no, it's been a nice chill week. I did. Obviously, we will get into this as well. In like Aliens got released on DVD. So, but on Sunday last week, I did an Aliens. In commemoration, that doesn't sound right. In anticipation for Aliens, we did a Discord watch along. It's supposed to be for Alien and Aliens. I
enjoyed that.
We added 3 on as well and went till stupid o'clock in the morning watching the first 3 Alien films.
I had to go work. I had to go to work.
Yeah, well, I think it was Bank Holiday Monday, so I didn't have to work.
You're right,
but yeah, I got talked into staying for 3 movies, and the wife wasn't happy about that. But that's another story for another day.
How did 3 hold up in the end? Because I actually, from what I watched, I was like,
okay, do you want me to go
as bad as I remember?
Well, I said to you, okay, I had something that might ruffle some feathers. I have a potentially unpopular opinion. Now, do you want me to? We'll go with this now because it kind of fits in.
Come on.
Okay, right. So we watched Alien, brilliant, amazing. Aliens, brilliant, amazing.
Quality.
We watched Alien 3. Now, it's been years since I watched Alien 3, and Now, everyone turned around and we had this conversation beforehand about Resurrection. Resurrection, worst Alien film. It's the worst one of the franchise. 4 is absolutely fucking dog shit, okay? Well, I actually watched Resurrection.
Oh, dear.
Yesterday.
I can see what's happening. You've been turned.
Ready for this. I am going to stand here and quite happily say that Alien Resurrection is not just a better film.
Oh, God.
It is a much better film than Alien 3. Right, hear me out before you go mental. Right, before you start having your like.
He was about to leave. I'm going to leave.
Right, it's a better story. It's a better cast. It's better.
Cast, I'll give you.
It's better CGI.
I mean, it was like, what, 10 years later in respect?
It doesn't matter because I can just throw at you. Aliens was 1984 and it was better CGI than Alien. Alien was 1979 and it's better than Alien 3. Alien 3, it was terrible green screened Alien. The one thing I'll give it is it's the best Alien of the franchise because it's the dog version.
Yeah, the dog Alien, yeah.
And its movement, its speed and everything made it so much more deadly and dangerous.
If you defend that shit Alien...
No, I am going to caveat. I will get to a caveat, right? And also, watching Aliens, the end was fucking terrible, where this... dog alien, which we have announced throughout, like I just said, stronger, quicker, more deadly, can't catch through a rat run, can't catch any of these fucking things before it shuts doors on them. That was bullshit, right? You know, I was just like, that's absolutely ridiculous. Then we get into Resurrection, okay? And the whole ending where she jumps out, she's like, oh, it's like the fucking, she's the Messiah now. Oh, with her arms out
stroking the alien that killed everybody else.
She is literally like she's on the cross as she falls because her legs are completely straight, her arms are out, and then she's like, oh.
In respect, it is Dave Fincher who loves his fucking wankery.
It's ludicrous, right? So I'm sitting there and I'm like last night and I'm like, oh fuck it, I'm gonna watch Resurrection. It's shit, but I'm gonna watch it because I need to round out the franchise. You know, Prometheus, Covenant, to me, they're part of the franchise, but they're not canon to the originals. They're off. They want to be, but they're off to the side.
I actually enjoy them more now that I've watched them since.
So watching, and I will watch them as well because I kind of get into this mindset where I'm like, well, I need to watch everything, and I'll even watch AVP, which gouge my eyes out.
AVP 1, I don't mind. AVP 2 is just...
gouge my fucking... Although I'm going to sound really horrible now. I'm sorry, viewing audience. They kill a child, so I'm okay with it. They don't kill enough kids in films. The kids get a free ride. Like, Michael Myers killed a kid. Brilliant. Well done, dude. Like, kids sometimes deserve to get whacked. I'm sorry.
You've got to watch From. You've got to watch From. That kid is dead within 5 minutes.
So, you know, it's like, you know, kids, like, you know, they're fair game. Anyway, and Resurrection, it starts, and I'm just like, do you know what? It's actually better. The story is better about them cloning Ripley, about like it shows the aliens to be much smarter because they work together, they plan, they plot. Multiple times in the film, they set traps. Like, I
will say
which
that
is
I like
very
the
much
fact that finally you see the scientists get the alien. Do you know what I mean? Like, so they've got an alien.
And also, it's not Weyland-Yutani, which I had completely forgotten about. It's the American military.
Yes.
It's the American.
Actually, I'd forgotten that.
It's the American military that have actually. It's 200 years set in the future after 3, and and it's the American military. It's no longer Weyland-Yutani, and the American military. We all know they think they're fucking like amazing. The best we can do it. When they turn around, and it's a pivotal line of the thing, which is like, oh, once we've trained them, and she's like, and Ripley's like, you think you can train them? And they're like, we're the American military. We can do whatever we want. Fuck yeah, America.
Fuck yeah, America.
And it just shows the arrogance. It's amazing. And like I say, it actually shows if you think about it, watching them all close together, watching the first film and watching how the alien was fucking smart, and the alien. Like, especially when Dallas is going through and they're like, he's trying to find it through the tunnels. The fucking alien led him to where he wanted to be. Yeah. The alien purposely did that. It showed and it proved the alien was smart. The alien knew how to hunt, it's the apex predator, if you will, of space. And I feel in Alien 2, they kind of made them just like, a little bit
droney when it was like, oh, they're
because
all
it's just like it's an action film now. Let's just fucking murder them all, and they're all just like coming and swarms and swarms. There's no like real rhyme or reason. It's just like but it's almost like the analogy I'd give it is it's like if you went and attacked a bee's nest, the bees just come at you. There's no rhyme or reason. They just protect the queen. So like, which I think is a pretty fair analogy because that's what. Then that's their whole point in. Well,
it's a hive mind. The idea was that it's a hive mind. So.
But like 3 was like 3. It's just like, oh, let's murder people with this weird dog thing. But I thought it was like they showed once again how deadly and how smart and intelligent and everything they were. Now, the caveat I will come in this is the final 20 minutes is fucking bullshit. It is fucking like it. But up until that point, it's a much better film than 3. Like, than the whole of. I would even say, if you were to cut the film off and not have an ending for Resurrection, and if the film just ends with 20 minutes left to go, it's still a better film than the whole, as the entirety of Alien 3. Like, that weird.
But I think that last 20 minutes really injures that film.
Yeah, it does. It does. Now, if you were to reshoot it and not have the weird fucking human-alien hybrid thing,
the womb,
like that, I think, and that weird doctor, the weird side, just yes, as he's like up there, like, yes. It's like, what the fuck? Like, get all that shit out of there. And refilmed that last 20 minutes, 25 minutes.
Would you have preferred a rematch between the Queen and Alien Ripley, where Ripley's got alien powers, isn't she?
No,
a bit stronger, a bit faster, and she's just there, fucking bam,
no,
bam, come at me, bitch.
Bam, because ultimately, once again, the Alien Queen's so much bigger.
I just love to see the Alien Queen taking them punches and then just going.
It's the weird thing, isn't it? Because the whole end bit where she's like rubbing the fucking thing and then just flick that on the window. It is such a poor ending. But leading up to that, it's a much better film. Like on all, like the cinematography, the sound, set design, everything is so much better than Alien 3.
It started off with a lot of potential. I thought. I mean, I wasn't keen on the Ripley clone room that we had to go into.
But I actually I'm not like the one you didn't need the one that's still alive going kill me. We didn't need that. But I do think that's a pivotal moment in there where it just shows how she's got 8 written on her hand. And you're just like, okay. But then when she had it's just like you see the stages that they were getting and where they were getting. And so I appreciate that scene for what they tried to do with that scene. But yes, it was ruined by her, the half weird creature Ripley. That's because why would you fucking keep that thing alive?
Well, that was my thing.
I get the things in jars. I get the things in jars. But the thing that's alive didn't make sense. Like, which would be 7, right? And I suppose it's there because it shows that one was alive. That one lived. And you saw the scar, so they obviously tried, but there was obviously nothing there, or it didn't survive. It wasn't viable. But yeah, like I say, I thought I might when I was watching it, and I was like, oh, this is so much better. And I think because I've watched all 4 now within the space of a week. It's like I can it's not like I can go, well, I think it might be better than 3. No, I know it's better than 3 because I've watched 3. Very, very recently. And
I enjoyed it when they pulled all them guns off that guy's wheelchair.
Yes, cool. It's like, and just like I say, better characters. Just the story is a better story apart from, which I know the payoff is always the best part of the film. Supposedly the ending, the payoff, but the payoff does suck. But leading up to that payoff, it's more in line with the first 2 Alien films than Alien 3 is. Alien 3 feels more like an anomaly in the franchise than Resurrection does.
I can see that. I tell you what, my opinion of Resurrection. Now, call it Alien 4. Take away the Resurrection bullshit. Ripley's dead, and let's just accept Ripley's dead. Now, I would happily seen those mercenaries that come onto the ship. I'd happily seen those ones that drop the colonists in. Right, I'd happily seen a film of them going into a situation, and it just so happens that the military have got an alien because, don't get me wrong, it's been sort of retconned through Prometheus and Covenant that, well, he's made more of these eggs. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So that I would have preferred to have seen that. I understand why they brought Sigourney back because the fans are going to come for her, but I would have still gone to see an alien film with or without Sigourney, quite happily. In fact, Sigourney. 200 years later, they found an egg. They've queened one because there is history and records of these things. Totally understandable that the military would go right. We're going to try and weaponize it, which I totally bought into the story on that. Yeah. And then they brought these mercenaries in, and of course the mercenaries are space pirates-esque, if you want. and then you've got the story of like it going through killing all the military people because it's fucking inspired. You know when they all tried to jump in the escape pod and
Yes,
that guy
the
just
thing
rolls the
crawls
grenade.
up. Yeah, it rolls.
Yeah,
And then I wasn't massively keen on that because I mean, first of all, I'd forgotten just how hairy that fucking dude was. Because there's a scene when the alarm goes off and he's in bed and he wakes up and he's wearing like the tight vest and he's a fucking human yeti. It's like Jesus, that geezer don't need to wear a fucking duvet. He just wraps his fur around himself. He's like the hairiest dude I've ever seen in my life. So. He's like, and there, yeah, like you say, you see one crawl upside, go in, and he just gets a grenade, rolls it in, and then an alien pops up behind him and jabs him in the back of the head, and he's like,
I'm done, kids.
and he pulls out a bit of his own brain, and he's
oh
like,
yeah, you're dead.
and like,
That's
and it's like, I was like,
you're dead.
okay, I don't need the comedy effect of him dying. He weren't that pivotal a character that I need. Like, he just like punch through the back of his head and let him fall to the floor and move on. Like,
I need.
but they do that in all films. They're saying stupid like that. But
yeah, that would have been the better film for me. Like, I see the mercenaries have to deal with like because again they didn't know what the fucking alien was. It just so happens that Ripley's there to go. Oh yeah, there's these aliens. Are gonna
but you know, but like I liked the whole thing of them like that okay, yeah, you've got maybe we have Ripley, but Ripley dies.
Yeah,
they've cloned Ripley, but Ripley dies. Give or so Ripley's technically only in it for 10 minutes.
Yeah,
you know,
so
and then
burns the mother and gets sewed up and whatever.
Maybe because you could effectively still have the room scene, the Ripley room scene, because you could have Winona Ryder's character, like who's technically an android, like walking through that room and then her explaining to the mercs who this is, what this is, because she knew, because obviously she's an android, she's got all this, you know, all the information. So yeah, maybe you didn't need Sigourney. But I liked the whole scientist fact of like, oh, we know what we're getting, we're trying to do this, and that, like I say, the arrogance of like, oh, the application's military, like pharmaceutically and all this. It's like we can control them, and it's like, you know, it's 101, and it really with that kind of stuff. But yeah, so I just knew sitting there watching it yesterday, I was like, oh, I'm gonna ruffle Jay's feathers with this, and maybe some people watching, like, I mean, get in the comments, what are your opinions, 3 or 4, like Alien 3 in the prison or Resurrection with like reboot Sigourney, reboot Ripley. But yeah, no, rebooted Ripley, yeah.
I tell you what, because we deal with video game adaptations here, I would fucking murder everyone I knew. Maybe the wife, maybe the dog, for an Alien Isolation adaptation.
Okay, do you know what else this has made me do? I have Alien Isolation, but I've never played it. Everyone keeps talking to me about playing it. I downloaded it yesterday.
Good.
While I was watching Resurrection, great. I was like, oh, fuck, why have I don't know why I've never played it, because I've had it installed, uninstall for space, install, uninstall for space. That's what Alien Isolation's been doing for the last 2 years. I've owned it for 2 years. It's sat on my, and I know it's been out for longer than that, and I've been like, I'm going to play it. No, I'm not. I'm going to play it. I'm not going to. And last night I was just like, I was sitting here watching Resurrection. It was like, when I like, oh yeah, fuck it. I'm going to download.
Like Alien Isolation, and I know you're not a massive FPS guy, and to be honest, the game's
more
not
into it, to be honest,
FPS
because of DVD
either.
Yeah,
it's very much a heavy story, hide, you know, stealthy way through. Yeah. Honestly, it's the best Alien game by a long way, followed by Dark Descent, and then probably AVP, the one where you get to play all 3 stories. It's a pretty good game as well. Alien Colonial Marines looked like it could have been amazing, but
yeah.
But yeah, do let me know how you get on with Isolation. Hopefully you'll play it to completion. It's a long game. It's probably about 15 to 20 hours. So it's a lengthy game. But you get such the original Alien feels. Not so much Aliens and not Alien 3 and not Resurrection, but you get very much the original Alien feels. You know, you got all the monitors, you got these old androids. Yeah. Like, really is a superb game. I streamed all of it because I was like, people have got to watch this. It's just a fantastic game to watch, to deal with. You know, the alien is intimidating as well, because it's not like Aliens where, you know, you're just going to unload fucking 400 bullets into it. It's dead. Forget about it. It's done. It's out. It's like, oh no, this is a formidable fucking beast you're dealing with, and if you try and attack it, it's going to be quicker than you, and it's going to kill you, and that's that. No fucking ifs, whats, or buts about it. You know, it changes a little bit later on, but like essentially, yeah, just absolutely phenomenal game. Anyone who hasn't played it, you probably get on Steam for fucking next to nothing now. It's an old game, but graphically still really holds.
Yeah, it does. I did a couple of months ago see someone playing bits and pieces of it, and it did, like you say, graphically, it looks like it's held up pretty well, to be honest.
Yeah, honestly, it's and you get such a feeling, and then like the DLC, you actually go to the Nostromo as well, and you actually deal with the alien situation in the Nostromo as one of the DLCs.
Because it's Ripley's daughter,
yeah. Ripley's daughter, Amanda, yeah. Amanda Ripley. There we go.
I was going to be Ripley, yeah.
But yeah, so I realise we've sort of whacked lyrical on talking about aliens, but yeah, just Alien Isolation, fantastic. Dark Descent, again, if you want that aliens experience and you're into RTS, which it's not everyone's cup of tea. It's not really my cup of tea, to be honest, but Aliens, Dark Descent is very much Aliens the movie. And the storyline on that was really pretty good.
For anyone, RTS is real-time strategy.
Yeah, that's it. This is it's different to your Command and Conquer. You're not building bases or anything. This is like you command 4 squadrons and you deal with it, and you've got the car. You do get to use the loaders as well. There's the power loader.
Nice.
Yeah. So
nice.
Yeah. So there's loads of like interesting missions as well. It is mainly fighting aliens, but the storyline's pretty good. I'm not going to ruin it for anyone. Do go out there. If you want to go and see the storyline, you're not interested in playing the game, you can go on YouTube. They have got the entire storyline. It's about 4.5 hours long, so it's a lengthy one, but cut it into sections. If you watch fucking the Justice League fucking boring cut, then I'm sure you'll be able to get through it. Zyder, you can still go in the bin. You better not fuck up Rebel Moon. That's my opinion on it. So I'm holding on to it anyway. We should probably get on with the fact that we've started a new podcast.
yeah. This is the inaugural.
Yes, the inaugural podcast. So, as you probably know, we used to be the Opinions of the Uninformed. We did do our last episode last week. You can still find it. It's still going to be on this channel. You can still find it on the Spotify. It will just be the one before this.
Yeah.
So you can find out all the reasons why. I'm not going to go back into them now. But we are here now. This is where we are. This is our new home. This is where we're planning to stay for as long as we possibly can, as long as me and TJ want to keep doing it, and we don't decide to murder each other across the internet. I don't know who will do that. I'm sure the internet will work.
I don't know if I can be bothered to drive up to where you live to kill you, man. By the time I get there, I'll probably be like, I've forgotten why I wanted to kill him, Just drive back. Yeah, fuck it.
Shit. 3 hours wasted.
Yeah. I mean, fuel's fucking not cheap, man. Fuel's not cheap either.
No, it's not. No, not in this day and age. Only going to get more expensive as well. You need one of them electric cars with the super batteries, and then you just
fucking electricity ain't cheap neither.
No.
There's no winning in this situation.
There's no way out, mate. No way out. Right, it is the 2nd of September 2023, and what we're going to do is going to just cover a couple of the holidays that are coming up, and you can get mine and TJ's feeling on them, a few of them from today, tomorrow, and Monday, when this pod will be released. Right, so TJ, in great news, it is, in fact, International Bacon Day today. Now, I love bacon. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea.
I like bacon
fucking
too.
love bacon. It's one of those foods that, like, when I'm hungry in the morning, someone goes, "You can have a bacon back." I'm like, I'm all over that.
Right.
I'm all over that.
But there are important questions to be had here.
Uh-huh.
Do we go streaky? Do we go smoked? Do we go unsmoked? Like, what's your favourite bacon?
And all. Don't give a shit.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I agree.
All.
And also, very important, how it's almost as important as how you would have a steak cooked. How do you have your bacon cooked?
Not fucking demolished by fire. I like my bacon to be nice. I like to still have a hammy texture to it. Not undercooked, not overcooked. I don't mind crispy bacon, by the way. Don't mind it. But if you're asking me how I want it, I don't want it to be rubber. I don't want it to be going with it. I do want to be able to bite into it, tear that bacon away with my bit of bread, and enjoy it yourself, dude.
Crispy.
Crispy's fine.
Not right. Not to the point where it goes on your teeth and it like I'm not talking like I don't want to be able to like smack someone over the head with it and it's just like a bit of cardboard. No, I like crispy. I like it when the edges are nicely singed a little bit, and it's got that nice. It's got to have a crunch, but still, it's a weird. It's got to have crunch but be soft.
Yes,
Like,
exactly.
you know what I mean?
Say bacon.
Yeah,
Not like
I
Americans
don't
who
like.
just
I
go,
don't like it where
"Yes,
it's
mate."
like you said. Like yours is probably undercooked for me. I'd like an
Yeah.
extra minute or so in the frying pan just to crisp those edges up, just to give it a nice little. But streaky bacon,
Mhm.
I actually because one of my favourite breakfasts is American pancakes with maple
Yeah.
syrup and bacon. It's one of my favourite, like American style pancakes. And their bacon is always streaky bacon, and it is actually always like fucking
Yeah.
cardboard. For somehow though they cook it perfectly,
Yes, they
even
do.
though it is like
will
cardboard.
handle it. Yeah.
It's like they have got it down everywhere I go. They've got it down on how to cook streaky bacon.
Yes.
But yeah, bacon
But I
at
think
home
that's the
has to be a
difference
little bit
between
crispy.
your smoked and your
Yeah.
streaky, though. Your streaky's obviously got that big, nice run of fat going through it, and that you want that crisped up, and then you still want the meat to be pliable.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, if I'm having a bit of smoked bacon, then you've got a big flat bit of like meat, shall we say?
Yeah.
And I want that to be terrible, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. No, I still like to just that little crispy crunchy bit. Yeah.
You should have the bacon that we had when we was in Cambridge, mate. Chateau Neuf de Pape.
I
Bit
did
of
have. I
fucking
know. I did have. I
retired
did have. I had before you guys arrived on the Sunday. I had. I had American style pancakes and bacon.
No, I mean like from our hotel. Where
Oh
me and
right. Oh,
Laura
okay. Sorry.
stayed.
Oh, you're.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ! I could have retired me fucking car with it.
Oh right. Oh okay. A bit rubbery was it?
A bit rubbery, mate. Fucking hell. Chateau Neuf de Pape. So I think we can all agree that International Bacon Day is
a winner.
A win.
Well, for us it is. Maybe not some
Yeah.
other cultures. It might not be, but yeah, for us definitely.
So what else we got going on today? Probably a little less for us. Spalding Baseball Day. Now I've not been a big baseball fan ever in my life. Seems like rounders with extra length.
Like baseball. It's one of those weird ones, isn't it? It's you need to give up like half of your life to watch baseball. Although apparently they may have done something to change the rules so it doesn't go on as long nowadays. I don't know exactly what it is.
They do the same with fucking cricket.
I heard. I swear I heard something. I might be wrong, and I'm sorry if there's any baseball fanatics listening, and they're like, "You're a fucking idiot. You don't know what you're talking about."
Yeah.
But I swear I heard someone say something about like they've made adjustments to the rules so games don't go on till like the early hours of the morning.
You've got to have. Is it nine innings? You've got
innings,
to have
yeah.
9 innings. And you've got to get 3 people out, and if you don't get 3 people out, then it stays.
Each innings, yeah. But I can sit there and watch, like in Fates and Spades, I can watch bits and pieces of baseball. Playing it is obviously much better, as with all sports. But yeah, like Spalding is. To be honest, I didn't know Spalding was the main ball.
I think it's the main ball and glove people, from what I can understand. I have got another day that will interest us. I mean, I'm not going to give it a boo because I'm not against people liking sport. I like sport. Baseball's not really me jam. I do like the tops they have though.
Yeah, baseball jerseys. Yeah. They're like the smarter end of a jersey, maybe, because they're buttons and.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Before I get to a day for me and you, it's also National Pierce Your Ears Day. Have you ever had your ears pierced, TJ?
I've got a hole in my
there
ear,
it is.
dude.
It's got a hole in. They over pierced it. They got a big staple gun and went.
Do you want to?
Oh, shit, we fucked that up.
No, mate. Do you want to know? Do you want to know how this came to be?
Go
So
on, mate,
I have a 6 mil hole in my ear hole. It started off as a standard piercing. I also had the top of my ear pierced.
I've had the top and the ears pierced as well.
So I had that ear pierced, and I decided had a little little loop in there for a while, number of years, and then I was just like, do you know what? I think I'd like a hole. I think I'd like to, but I don't want to go too big. And I done research on the internet. So I was like, how big a hole can I go before it damages the lobe and it probably doesn't it doesn't grow back. It doesn't kind of like go back to it looks okay without it doesn't look like a butthole on my ear roll. And
so you got your Black and Decker out?
No, and they turned around. Almost. They turned around. I was reading, and they were like 6 mil. If you go above 6 mil, then the chance of it going back is very, 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 very minuscule. So I was like, okay.
Right.
And I looked into how you do it, and you get like an ear stretcher, and it's normally like either a coil or something, and you slowly push it through, and it gradually
Some of them
gets
look like
bigger.
a horn, don't they? Look like a big
and
horn.
it goes, and you do it over a set period of time, weeks, whatever. I am impatient.
I can see this. I can believe this.
We were in Great Yarmouth when I bought the ear stretcher, and I was like, no, it's not okay. We got home, And I was like, yeah, I don't want to walk around with this fucking curly thing in my ear because I don't like this curly thing. So I went and got a nail and I rammed a nail through my ear. Yeah,
That'll do it.
no fucking word of a lie. I rammed a nail through my ear, and the wife was like, "You're a fucking imbecile." I was like, "Well, yeah, okay, fair enough." As I've got a fucking nail, like just hanging. I was like, "What does this look like?" Thinking I'm fucking awesome. She's like, "I married someone who clearly has no clue what he's fucking doing with his life." And then obviously, yeah, I then I got the ear stretcher and then forced the ear stretcher through to 6 mil and then put the thing in. I was like, wicked.
Sorted.
And now I realise that if I ever, and it's fine, like it's fine.
Yeah.
How I didn't blow the back of my ear out, I don't know, because that's apparently a common thing. Is you blow the whole cartilage out the back of your ear. How I didn't do that, I don't know. But I have also come to the realisation that doing what I did probably caused so much trauma that if I did take it out, the hole wouldn't regress, and I would just have a big giant butthole in my ear. So
you meant to stretch it slowly, aren't you?
Yeah. The idea is to not have trauma, not or as minimal trauma as you can. And there's me fucking going, fucking, because I'm super sensible. Don't try this at home, kids. Do not try this at home.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't listen to his story and think I'll learn from this.
No,
don't learn.
This is not a teachable moment. This is a the podcast is aptly titled "The Unfiltered Idiots" because I'm clearly an idiot.
Yes, exactly. Should really learn from it. Didn't, as it goes. Didn't. Right, I will just give us one for me and you, because as you can see, we are lovely bearded fellows. TJ's going to tell you his beard's better than mine, but that's because
my beard's longer. My beard's longer.
It is longer. Longer doesn't always mean better, mate.
Said no woman ever.
Thicker is what they're after, I believe.
But it can always be too thick. Can never be too long. Can never be too long. They don't care if you stand at the other end of the room.
I don't know.
They just care if you split them in half.
13-inch some things the other day, and I think everyone agreed it might have been too long, too big. Anyway, moving swiftly back. Pierce your ears day. I had my ears pierced, so I'm going to give it a thumbs up. By the way, it is also National World Beard Day. National World Beard Day. So there you go, kids. Celebrate your beards today. I think that's definitely a thumbs up from me and TJ. There's not much to say other than,
all you bearded ladies out there, you celebrate as well.
It.
Celebrate
that's
with
it,
us,
mate. Enjoy it. Keep the tash. Right, let's move on to, unless you want to cover a couple of birthdays. There is a couple of birthdays today as well.
There's a big one. There's two big ones for the second.
Big one today. So it is. You love her. You know her. You've seen her dance seductively in Dusk Till Dawn. It is, of course, Salma Hayek's birthday.
I'd love
today.
to suck her toes, mate.
Happy birthday.
As cringy as that sounds. Like, God, mate. What a job. When Quentin Tarantino's like, yeah, by the way, Salma, today, like, we're going to take about 60 times, but I need to suck your toes. Like, you know.
No, that one wasn't good enough. That wasn't good. Like,
reroll.
clean your feet.
Reroll.
Come back. Do it again. Right, it's not just for guys though, kids. Not just for guys. There is another sexy man's birthday today as well. Keanu Reeves. Have you seen that he come under fire for being too fat the other day?
Fuck off. That's my
Seriously?
answer to that. Like,
Seriously,
shut
he's
up.
on a boat or something, and like he's got his shirt off. And obviously, he's not filming anything at the moment, so you might have put a bit of chub on, I guess.
It's fucking Neo.
Yeah, but apparently
he runs the show.
Apparently, you come under fire. Fire, mate.
How?
Old John Wick himself.
How? Don't get me started on John Wick, because John Wick 4 was a fucking terrible film. Fucking ludicrous. That, like, it's sharp. Anyway, like.
Attack him in the comments below. Don't attack me. I like John Wick.
Look. What will make a good gunfight? We'll wear jackets. We'll just hold them up like this, like we're fucking superheroes. Pew, pew. Pew, pew. Pew, pew. It
reminded me of Naked Gun, and they're shooting over the bins in Naked Gun.
That's exactly what it was around the fucking roundabout in Paris. And I'm like, mate, you're world-class assassins. You look like a bunch of fucking 12-year-old with spud guns. What are you doing? Like, Jesus. Like, anyway.
Just stop using the water pistol.
Anyway.
Yes,
Moving on.
He's angry.
how can you criticise Keanu? He's like the nicest fucking guy in Hollywood, right?
Mate, I'm with you.
Like, yeah, but like I said to you earlier, though, imagine if Keanu and Selma had a baby. Oh my god,
yeah.
that would be like, it's like we would worship this child. Like,
amazing, amazing.
Yeah.
You imagine, and like you'd worship it, and they'd become the most impressive actor, actress, whichever it is
mate,
in the
power
world.
couple ain't even a word. Like Brad and Angelina, yeah, fucking, you can't even lick the boots, mate.
So what would you? Because that was Bradgelina, wasn't it? So what would you call it? Salma and Keanu. Salnu.
No. Hang on.
Kima.
Reviek. No, that's I'm trying to remember the surnames. Kiama.
Sounds like somebody down the Indian on a Sunday night.
You're going down it. I'll have a Kiama, please. Thank you. Much appreciated. Yeah. Yeah. Extra spicy.
Love it.
Sound new. Kiama. Yeah, no, yeah.
He's lost on it. He's lost on it now.
Maybe they need to go to change your names. I mean, like, it doesn't work.
Exactly. That's not good enough. Right, let's move on to tomorrow. Or
The
technically
third.
today for me, and the
Well,
third.
it's now gone past midnight, so yeah.
So for our Welsh friends, you got National Welsh Rarebit Day, which is basically cheese on toast. I'll be honest with you.
Which makes no fucking sense, does it? It's like, it's cheese on toast. Rarebit. What? Rabbit? No, rarebit.
No,
what?
rarebit, mate.
What? Cheese on toast.
So there's rabbit in it. No, mate. Rarebit. No. Right, roll it back. So it's cheese on toast. No, it's rarebit. No, you've got toast. You've put cheese on it.
What's rare
That's
about
cheese
it?
on toast.
I have it like a couple of times a month. It definitely ain't fucking rare. Not in this household.
Oh dear. So, but I love cheese on toast or
Yeah.
rarebit on toast if
Mate,
you want.
Worcester sauce, yes or no?
Oh, Worcester sauce always.
100%.
Love it.
100%.
Fantastic. Sometimes maybe I'll cut up a cherry tomato, stick that on there as well.
Not a
So
fan
cheese
of
and
cooked tomatoes. Me.
Oh, I love tomatoes.
Not a fan. I love tomatoes. I just don't like them when they're cooked.
Oh, that's fair.
But I
don't mind any tomatoes.
I love tomatoes in a
throat
salad
doesn't.
and everything like that, and and I love a slice of tomato on a really juicy burger, but not cooked tomato. I'm not a fan.
Ooh, shocking. I like tomatoes, but they don't like me. They actually give me quite a sore throat, which is annoying because most things that I eat, spaghetti bolognese, chili con carne, anything like that, always got tomatoes in.
Oh, see, I don't mind it in if it's in like a sauce like that or whatever, then that I like that, enjoy that. But it's like actual tomatoes if they cut up like cherry tomatoes or anything, and like because the skin goes all funny and it's all a bit mushy, and it's the texture and the flavour. I'm just not a fan.
Do you have when you have your full English in the morning? If you have a full English,
I don't have tomatoes. I don't have.
You don't have the. You don't
have
the
tin tomatoes, or like I say, if they're any kind of cooked tomato that isn't like as a sauce base, like for whatever, then no, I don't. Yeah.
No, fair enough.
Because a lot of them do, don't they do the tin tomatoes as well, and I really don't like them. Really don't like them.
No, that's fair. It is also National Pet Rock Day today, so don't forget to pet your national pet rock.
I was just checking.
When did pet rocks become a thing?
Mate, the geezer who invented sticking googly eyes on a fucking rock is now a millionaire. How, where am I going wrong in my... I'm sticking it now for my ear. I know I'm going wrong in my fucking life, I tell you.
Errors have been made, kids. Errors have been made.
But mad. The geezer's fucking... what was actually quite funny, so we do every year at Christmas, as a family, we get together, one year, normally it's Christmas Day, it'll be with my family, my wife and daughter, we go around to my family's, Boxing Day we'll go to my wife's family, and then we alternate in a year, so the next year, Christmas Day, we'll go to the wife's family, blah, blah. Anyway, and we always do these games and everything, and we always do the ridiculous £5 present. You've each got to buy a £5 present, not specifically for anyone, but with the group in mind. And then it goes in the middle. We play party games, and then obviously whoever wins, and these presents get doled out to random people, and you could get some silly presents as well. I bought, the present I got was a pet rock. Literally this year, but it came in a little box. It came in, it was all like nice. It came with, it's like a little thing with its date of birth on it, and like a thing for you to name it. It was only a £5 off Amazon. It was a joke and not like a novelty gift, but I was like, this is fucking brilliant. I'm buying this. And it's this little. My nephew won it. My nephew has actually legitimately still got it. I thought it's like it's going to be thrown away. No, it's taken pride of place on his shelf. It's there. He's placed it up where he's opened the box, and it's like at an angle in the box. So it's at, and I was just like, because he sees the funny side of it. I mean, he's 22, 23. He's 23, my nephew. And it's like, but legitimately pet rocks. Someone just picked up a load of rocks and sold them on the fucking internet for money.
Put some googly eyes on it. Googly eyes you can buy for, I don't know, $1 million for like 10 quid or something.
I tell you, right, talking about googly eyes, have you seen, like, I see it on TikTok. It must have been, it's a few months ago now, but there was like a trend of sticking googly eyes on, on things in, like it was kids doing it in their parents' house.
I saw it on nipples.
They were sticking googly eyes on like family photos and stuff, and seeing how long it'd be till like the parents noticed. So like all the like you'd go up the stairs, and like in America especially, like they have like whole walls, and like you walk up and there's like all these googly eyes, and it was so fucking freaky because you look at it and you'd be like, oh my God, they look well disturbing with all these googly eyes on stuff. And it just seemed to be this like little trend of like sticking googly eyes everywhere. And I was like, my mum, I don't know if my mum and dad see the funny side. They're very old school, my mum and dad. They probably think I'm defacing their property or some shit. I don't know, like they would it's like googly eyes, so much fun to be had.
So I think National Pet Rock Day is going to have to get a thumbs up, because if you make $1 million
fucking winner
out of fucking out of putting googly eyes on a rock,
winner.
I can't go against it.
Kiyama dinner.
Go against it. No, Kiyama dinner. Kiyama. I'll have a Kiyama, please, with
exactly.
Nan
with me pet rock. Me pet rock. I'll have
Nice Kiyama. Thank you. Right, it's also National Skyscraper Day, because we should celebrate skyscrapers, shouldn't we? That's important.
Hang on, do we actually like in the UK?
Yes.
Do we actually, like the Shard? I don't even know how tall the Shard is. Do we actually officially have a skyscraper in the United Kingdom?
I think we have. Like, come on, let's have a man looks up thing on the internet.
Man looks up thing. You keep it busy, and I'll Does the UK
so
have
it's National Skyscraper Day. So probably more American than us, I suppose. But yes, the Shard. By the way, the Shard is in Starfield. It's the only thing that's left of Earth, apparently. So the Shard's probably cast as a skyscraper. It's so big. I mean, more Dubai, more America. American cities always seem to have massive skyscrapers. But I mean, I've been up. Oh, carry on.
So no, carry on. No, so I just. It was I've just fucking lost the answer now. No, that's not the answer. ChatGPT's given me a load of things, but it ain't. Where was the answer I just had on there that had told me how many there were? Okay.
In the UK?
There are currently London has 33 skyscrapers. A skyscraper is apparently a building consisting of 40 floors and over.
I suppose, yeah.
The Shard is the 4th tallest building in Europe, and it's 95 stories high. Yeah, this just says London. I don't know.
I suspect London would have one, because whenever you look across the skyline of London, it's all just towers.
Okay, so if it goes over 40 floors, is what they said. That was the thingy. 40 floors. I'm just going down. Anything below 40 floors, and then I'll look above it. Oh my God, that's actually quite a lot. If 40 floors is a skyscraper, okay, so you got Liverpool, obviously London, Birmingham, the Mercian, the Mercian.
Oh no, the Mercian, yeah.
It's 42 floors. So if that is correct in what I was reading about that, Salford's got one, which is obviously Manchester. Manchester has got another one, Deansgate. Manchester's got the Beetham Tower, another one Salford, another one Manchester. But they do say Manchester's the London of the North, right? That's how it tries to portray itself. So, yeah,
Birmingham tries to lie and say it's England's second city.
Yeah, it's pretty much all. I think what was that? One in Liverpool, one in Birmingham, a handful in Manchester, the rest in London.
Well, I mean, London you expect. But I didn't expect Manchester to have as many as it's got. I mean, I suppose that we should celebrate National Skyscraper Day if you're impressed by over 40 floor buildings, which, yeah, they're nice to go up, I guess, but doesn't really blow my socks off. Although, that said, I wouldn't mind going up that massive one, the world's biggest one, the one in Dubai. I can't remember what it's called, the something tower. Hold on.
Why have I got something like Spire or something?
Largest.
Tallest building in the world is it's the Burj Khalifa. It's in Dubai. Yeah. It's
what's his name from Mission Impossible?
Wiz Khalifa. No.
Can you imagine, just massive.
Yeah, the Burj Khalifa.
Yeah, Burj Khalifa. It's what he climbs up in Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, I think it is. I think it's Rogue Nation, which is 5 at a guess.
I can't remember. What's the one
that's
got the walkway
7.
between the two? But that's in Malaysia, I think. The one I'm thinking
that's Malaysia, I think. I'm surprised China haven't got a massive one. Got all the damn steel.
Yeah.
So I suppose we'll give Skyscraper Day a doofer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not? Why not?
Now, my old man had loved this one. It's also tomorrow National Stephen Day, because we should celebrate the name Stephen. Apparently.
We all know.
When's National J Day? That's what I want to know. When's National TJ Day?
Fucking no, never a TJ Day, mate. Like we're just underrepresented. There might be a National Tony Day, but not a TJ Day.
Not a TJ Day.
No,
bit of insider there. Everyone wondered what TJ stand for. It's not Tosser Jamboree. It's
Tosser Jamboree. Fucking hell! Like, is there ever a more English word than jamboree?
Jamboree's a quality word. I will not have anything saying about a jamboree.
Oh, I forgot. Like talking about jamborees, I forgot to tell you when we were walking back to meet you in Cambridge. There were fucking people maypole dancing in the fucking street outside a pub. Like we just literally, when we met Ben, Kerry and all that lot, we're walking back. Yeah. It's literally in the middle of the street doing some fucking Mayflower dancing or whatever the thing's called. Like, you know, with their old like scarves and bells and whistles. Like, going around. I was like, oh, cool.
Okay. So was it Morris dancing?
Morris dancing. That's the type of dancing I was trying to look for. Yeah. But they dance around the maypole, don't they?
Yeah,
that's what it was. That's where I got the maypole thing from. But yeah, they were Morris dancing, like doing the old like fucking hopping and skipping and like the geezer there with the old fucking accordion. It wasn't Weird Al, unfortunately. That would have been cool. But yeah,
we're pirates with accordions, personally.
But yeah, just odd. I mean, tangent, but yeah, there you go.
Tangent, yeah, but I mean, there you go.
I mean, one of them might be called Stephen, so I brought it right back.
That's it. It could be. It's right all the way back round.
Exactly.
My old man is Stephen Morris, so there you go. It did bring it all the way back.
Yeah.
So, but yes, he'll be happy with National Stephen Day. For me, though, no, I don't think we should celebrate just a person's name. I'm afraid that it's going to be a thumbs down. No offense to all you Stevens. But essentially, I mean, if you're not celebrating my name, I'm celebrating your name.
How many? But let's be honest. You and me, like Tony. Okay, Tony's going to be around for a long, long time. Tony is a name. Tony's a solid, strong name. Jamie, it's a more modern name. So like that. Yeah. Stephen is a bit old, bit frumpy. Steve, you know, it's like
Steve.
It's like I mean, like Gary's. I do, if I remember rightly, I don't think there was a single Gary born last year. Like there probably weren't a single Stephen.
Name's died off.
Like, you know, unfortunately.
I bet there was
Ian as well. Ian's another one, isn't it? Ian. There's many Ian.
And then Ian comes with like different spellings, doesn't it? So you got EAN, and then there's the.
There's TWAT.
Yeah, that's true. There's one. Sorry, Ian's.
Yeah.
Don't unsubscribe.
Mate, like, first reaction was like, oh, the baby. What's your baby's name? Ian. Just look at a baby like. No, fucking, you hate your child, didn't you? You called your baby Ian. What's wrong with you people?
You
didn't want this baby, did you? You didn't want this baby. Oh, mate, there's probably, obviously popular culture, and we're going well all over the place, but it's fine. Like, popular culture definitely
make a national fucking name day.
Look,
and then I won't have to do this.
Doesn't it? It definitely dictates how people view and how, how many Khaleesi. Khaleesi is such a random fucking name, but there are probably thousands of Khaleesi's now walking around the country, you know.
Especially shit since the end of the season turns out she's horrible.
Yeah, they're like, fuck it. I mean, like, Natiri. From Avatar, I bet there's a ton of Natiris walking around, you know.
100%.
You know.
Not enough Clouds, in my opinion. I like Final Fantasy VII. I always told the wife if I had a son, I'd call him Cloud, and And I said he would hate me for all his life,
mate.
But he wouldn't know. He wouldn't
Mate,
know
I've
what it
got a
meant to
great
me.
one that I'll tell you off the pod because it's a personal friend of ours and what they've named their child. So in case one day they actually listen to the pod, I can't be seen to besmirching the good name of their child. But mate, it's a fucking doozy. It is a doozy.
Tell us in the comments below if your name's Khaleesi or if you've got a weird name, right? Tell us if you are considering changing your name because the popular name that it was named after has become unpopular. I'm just interested. I'm not here to mock you. I'm mocking Steve's name. But like,
Yeah, if your name's Steve, you're screwed.
Exactly. Just fuck off with your national day. Get fucked.
Yeah,
Where's my national day?
And hello, like VPH. What the fucking just pick one spelling.
Yeah.
Fuck off. Do you get multiple spellings and all?
Exactly. Settle. Just fucking settle. Right, let's have a look whose birthday it is. Oh, it's the fucking Tiger Blood man himself's birthday.
Oh, winning.
It's fucking Charlie Sheen. You know him. You love him. He's got Tiger Blood. He's always winning.
Needs fucking Tiger Blood. Jesus.
Do you remember that song came out and they were remixing it?
Oh,
got
mate.
Tiger Blood.
I mean, but to be fair, guy is off his fucking rocker crazy. Like,
well, if you do that amount of cocaine, mate, that's what's going to happen. Cocaine, winner of the war on drugs.
But he definitely knows how to please the ladies.
I can only imagine, mate. I can only imagine. He banged
everyone. He probably slept with my wife at some point. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, that's it.
Like,
exactly. What could you do?
Charlie fucking Sheen is winning. Fuck it, you know.
Exactly. My wife said I've banged Charlie Sheen and go, he has got Tiger Blood. How much I can do about that? I'm gonna have to put this down to a loss.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's got to have been worn down to a nubbin by now, isn't it? Surely.
The amount of coke he's had, I suppose it's still there.
Oh, mate, I just fell off.
It's also DJ Envy's birthday today, and I'm only saying that because I want to play this.
Who the fuck is that
guy? Exactly. Like, you know, when you were literally, I was like thinking, who the fuck is DJ Envy? Was he like a member of So Solid Crew or something? I don't know.
DJ Envy apparently is a New York radio and hip hop aren't complete. New York radio and hip hop aren't complete without DJ Envy. He's a prominent musical influence.
Do you know, this is really
Is he?
This is really embarrassing because he might be like Sway in the morning or something. Now, I don't know if you know who Sway is, but Sway's like a massive American. Like, he's. I might sound stupid if I say he's like on a par with like Howard Stern, but it's like that kind of. Like, Sway's huge. Yeah. Like, for me to know who Sway is, like, he's fucking massive. So if he's he might be like just underneath Sway or something. So he might be absolutely massive, and we're going, who's this fucking clown?
Yeah. Fucking. Well, I mean,
we're 40 people. Just leave us alone. Or nearly 40. Just leave
us
alone.
Right all the time, right? Right, we'll move on to Monday before we get TJ Envy's crew round to fuck us up. There's East Side.
Jay lives near a major airport. You can get to him first, and by the time you get to me, you don't worry about me.
I'll be gone.
So it's fine.
Right, so coming up to Monday, only a few days today. There is one that my wife will absolutely adore, though. It is Eat an Extra Dessert Day. So don't worry, Monday, kids.
Not just your wife, mate. Not just your wife.
Oh, mate. She loves it. She loves a dessert.
Oh.
We go to restaurants and I'm looking through savoury.
She's looking at the desserts, isn't she?
She's at the desserts already. And she goes, I think I'm going to have this. And I'm like, for starter. She goes, no. I just want to work out what I'm going to have later. Well, let's get through the meal.
That might not be a bad thing because, like, your wife might actually strategically be a genius because she's like, right, I want the banoffee pie. Now, in order for me to have the banoffee pie, it means I can't therefore have too much starchy, heavy food for starters and mains. So knowing that they've got a dessert I desperately want means I can plan accordingly to leave enough space for me to enjoy without overindulging on the dessert. Your wife's a genius, Jay.
I don't think she'd ever stop. I think she'd eat exactly what she wants and then go, I will have I'll show you a picture if I can find it from America, right? So there was a dessert, a share dessert, and it looked like a small skyscraper. It came with a butcher knife in it. That's how big it was. So you could cut it in half and then check it. It was a massive cake thing. And I'm not a big sweet eater. So I said, I'll just have a bit. And I had a bit. By the time I'd eaten my little bit, Katie had polished off the whole fucking thing.
She said, like, you know, I'm sorry to put this image in your head, but Matilda, Bruce Bogtrotter, where he's like with a fucking cake.
Mate, that's what she's like. She come back to that. I come back today after I come back from the football, and she was sitting there moaning, watching actually something that me and you've got to put on the docket. Resident Evil: Welcome to Raccoon City.
Yeah,
which is a terrible film, kids.
yeah, mate. I haven't even got through the whole film. I've watched like half of it, and then I'm like, but I will. I'll suffer through it for the pod.
Yeah, we'll do it for the pod. But she's watching that, and she stopped it about 17 minutes in. Probably the best fucking time to stop, to be honest, and then just delete it. But then she's gone to Sainsbury's, our local supermarket, and she's come back. She's, I'm just going to get like a little bit, some biscuits, is what she said. She came back with packs of sweets, biscuits. She came back with fucking loads of things. And I'm going, here you are telling me I've got to eat chicken and rice because I've done the hard work. Like, fair enough.
Oh, brilliant! That's brilliant. I love it.
So I will give a thumbs up to eat an extra dessert day. I think, you know what? Fucking enjoy yourself. You only get one go round on the merry-go-round, so don't blame me.
Exactly.
And this one is for our American listeners, should we have any. It's Labor Day on Monday as well.
Big
So
holiday,
lovely
isn't it?
picture.
Labor Day's
Yeah,
a big
it's
holiday.
massive day. So they'll be having a national holiday. They'll be taking the day off. So they can listen to our pod. And about 7 o'clock in the morning, when the pod gets released over here, it'll be
No,
about
hold on. 7 o'clock in the evening.
8 hours.
5
if you're
hours.
on the
Depends.
west side.
5 hours for
5 hours for New York.
New York and that, isn't it? Yeah, and then it progressively gets the further
It's
you go.
8 hours
yeah.
by the time you're on.
So.
Well, unless you're going to Hawaii, then it's like.
Oh no, I'm going to fucking Hawaii right now, man.
Oh, mate, no, God.
Oh, actually,
Don't forget to support them, though, kids. Don't forget.
we need to
support
talk
them.
about that.
Things.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I knew you were gonna
Something
bring
that
that.
actually flashed up today. Today, yeah.
Right, one more national day. It is National Wildlife Day. Now, I can get behind this because you should look after your wildlife. Because wildlife's nice. It's nice to go through and see all these things. Don't attack bears, kids. Don't. If you see a bear, fucking either freeze or run away. Don't think you can take a bear on.
Don't
That's a bad
fucking
idea.
freeze. That's the most stupid advice anyone ever fucking gave. That person who
idiot.
told you to freeze is now dead. They've been mauled by a bear.
Have you seen the meme where it's going how to deal with a bear?
Mate, you dive on the floor, Moslem. That bear's coming and like doing something to you not that you want to happen to you, nature, mate.
What, you telling me that you can't deal with it the same way you deal with lava, which is just stop, drop, and roll, and then the lava will just pass straight over you? No?
Oh, mate, I was
No?
like wondering where you were going with that because I was like, mate, you're gonna fucking melt to death. What are you fucking talking about?
It was in South Park.
It's just like, so I'll roll towards the lava. Oh, look, now I'm a skeleton and dead. Cool, wicked. I just melted as my skin is burning off my fucking body.
In South Park, they did this thing where lava was going to come into South Park, and they said, "Well, it's the easiest way to deal with lava is just get down into a ball, and the lava just passes."
I
straight
bet you
over
in South Park it actually did roll over them, didn't it?
It
Yeah, fucking hell. Oh, Jesus Christ.
It made me howl.
Oh.
It was hilarious.
But just quickly on a tangent, the funniest thing I've ever fucking seen in South Park is when they turned round and it was like they had the marijuana
Where's
shops.
that fucking record scratch when I need it?
It was marijuana shops, and they were like, "Oh, how do I get this? Oh, you need a card. You need from your doctor saying what's that?" So
Randy, isn't it? Fucking
Randy
the
stands
best
there.
person,
It's
isn't
like if I shut my balls in a microwave and then nuke them, it's like, oh look, I've got tumor balls, so I can smoke. And then all the blokes and we're like, yeah, let's do this. Let's stick our balls in a fucking microwave. And then the next thing you know, they're fucking using them as space operas to go down the fucking
I love the line from that because he's got his balls in the microwave, and his wife's asking him what he's doing. I'm just going to get a little bit of cancer, just a little bit of cancer.
Oh, mate, it's like, you think about it, right? How the fuck does South Park get away with it? Right, I legitimately think the reason South Park gets away with it is because they discriminate against everybody.
They don't give a fuck.
It's
Everyone's
I don't
having
care if you're orange, black, white, yellow, fucking tangerine, whatever colour, ethnicity, like sexual preference, orientation. If you're
religion,
a
whatever,
penguin,
you're having it.
doesn't matter. You're all getting fucked.
That's
Literally,
it. Because
because
it's fair.
no one
It's
can
fair.
complain then, because they're like, oh, they were been on this. It's like, yeah, we mean on everybody.
Yeah, mate, we don't give a shit.
No, and it's
Fucking,
legitimately.
they made a whole
it's
episode
brilliant.
24 where it was the Queen coming back to fucking. Oh yes. God rest her. God rest her. Moving fully back round, but
Yeah,
yes,
what
National
was it?
Wildlife Day.
Nah, wildlife. That's it. Yeah.
National Wildlife Day.
Wildlife.
So look after your wildlife. Don't forget to take a step back, take a deep breath, and enjoy everything that's around you. Because in 50 years, we'll be empty, according to According to Starfield, that's right. I'm bringing it back to Starfield.
Oh, well, okay.
That's
I thought you were going to say like according to Just Stop Oil, but yeah, cool.
Well, possibly. Right, let's see whose birthday it is on Monday before we get to the end of this segment. Xavier Woods.
He's a wrestler,
No?
and
He's a wrestler,
He's a
yeah.
wrestler for shit. It's a group. I don't know. Yeah, one of the three team.
Yeah, he's got a belt in this picture, looking very smug with himself, giving the people's eyebrow. And then I'm going to have to bring this one up before I bring up the last one. It's
better be good.
It's African light-skinned Keisha Day. So she's black, but she's light-skinned Keisha. So
Kesha.
I will play this. Kesha, sorry, my bad.
So
Can't
what?
read.
So her name is.
Fuck is that guy?
Hang on. Her name is Light. Okay, I'm not even. I'm not even touching on this, mate. Move on. Move the fuck on. Like, this is the first pod. We cannot get cancelled in the first pod. Move on.
Light-skinned Keisha.
Just move the fuck on.
Can't help it.
Right,
Anyway, it's also
where's the
Beyonce's
stop
birthday.
button? Where's the stop button?
It's also Beyonce's birthday, so celebrate
Okay.
the lovely, lovely Beyonce. Because if you want it, you got to put a ring on it or something. That was her, wasn't it? Was that her?
Yeah.
Put a ring on it. That's all. That's about as much as I know, kid.
Yep.
There we go.
2 39-year-old white men dancing to wicked, brilliant. Fuck me.
Bringing it back. Bringing it back.
Wicked.
There's not really anyone else that they've got Josh Zerka's birthday.
He's part of the Sidemen. Don't you play?
Yes.
Don't you play? Who the fuck is that guy? I see you getting ready to push a button. I know who fucking Zerka is. He's part of the Sidemen. You leave Zerka alone. He's one of the lesser known Sidemen, but he's still a Sideman.
Okay, all right.
You know who KSI is, right? Yeah, you know who KSI is.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, if you don't know KSI, it's fucking hell. We got a
I
problem.
thought you said the Cybermen. I was like,
No, the Sidemen. No, KSI, and like Mini Minter and Vic and whatnot. Yeah, they're all part of the Sidemen.
Sidemen. Is that
Mate, you
literally
don't get it. You're not down with the kids, mate. You're not down with the kids. You're
Not
old.
down with the
You
kids,
called
you're
me
right.
like old, and you're proper old. You is Jesus Christ. You're not down with the kids, man, like I am. It's unbelievable.
I can't, kids. I don't keep up with the. I know KSI is, but like the Sidemen, I just blows my mind. It sounds like wrestling fucking tag team.
There's like 7 or 8 of them, so.
Oh, right, okay, fair enough. His crew then.
Yeah,
Can we not just go with his
it's
crew?
not KSI's crew because they're all equal members. So it's not KSI's
Except
crew.
they only know KSI.
You only know
Don't say-
KSI.
Again, if you want to come at me, just do it in the comments below. I don't care. You can tell KSI, and I will ask him for money because I'm broke.
Mate, right? Prime. Ridiculous. Prime. Unbelievable. Like, that geezer's minted.
Yes, he's got so much money. He could slice me off a slice, a couple of million. What's it even to him? He robbed it from this country for a drink that tastes like wank. I'm sorry. I know that you all like Prime, or people like Prime, or
Right,
whatever.
Prime's all right. Prime's what it is. It's all right. It's overpriced. But in the scheme of things, it's all right. It's but
It's flavored coconut
it's
water is what it is.
genius because they advertised themselves, both of them, Logan Paul and him, as like, oh, we created this. No, they didn't. Someone created this drink and said, would you put your name behind it? The person who made it's a genius for even thinking about putting Logan and KSI together. Now it's going to be $1 billion beverage, 100%. There's no question about it.
Has it not tapered off? I thought it
they got
tapered off.
no, because every time it's now more widely available, but still not everywhere. And now they're bringing out new flavors, and they're fucking genius marketers because it's like, we'll get Arsenal, leave it a couple of months, starts to wane it.
Yeah.
Now we signed Bayern Munich, so bring in the German market. Now we get Barcelona, we bring in the Spanish market. Now the most probably prolific up and coming footballer on the planet, Erling Haaland, will sign Erling Haaland. We'll partner with Erling Haaland. Like,
I mean, you can't knock like that. They've got the money to get these things and only push it.
Genius
further.
moves. Genius
absolutely
moves.
genius. Not going to take that away.
They might be dickheads, But marketing, they know what they're doing.
Yes, 100%. I can't knock Logan Paul for that. I can't knock the other
KSI.
Paul.
KSI. Jake Paul. You're talking about
Jake Paul. Like, look, man, you can say that he's buying his way or he's fighting old fighters, but he's making bank.
I mean, we can say that Logan Paul might be like a crypto scam artist who, owes people lots of money and should pay them back. But allegedly, not allegedly, it's actually been proven, but still. But yeah, from marketing standpoint, he's pretty wired into it.
Yeah, that's it. And isn't that the world these days? I mean, really?
Yeah, 100%.
So, 100%. If you want to make money, if anyone wants to come to me and TJ for any promotion, that'd be great. Just emails below.
Yeah, I will happily sell like whatever you want me to sell.
I will sell my nan for $1 million happily. She's dead, but
I was going to say they don't want my nan, either of my nans, because same thing. She might be a little bit ashy.
Yeah, crispy.
Fucking hell. Oh, we're getting cancelled day one.
Well, we went out with a bang. So I just...
Wicked.
A bit like my nan. Anyway. No.
Fucking hell. Oh.
Let's move on to the entertainment news, shall we? Before we get completely cancelled and we haven't even got to the entertainment news yet.
Shit.
So, some stuff's going on with the SAG-AFTRAs, I do believe, affecting our sort of line of work.
Well, it affects you anyway, because you are.
It affects me.
You are an extra and voice actor. Yeah. But it literally.
It's now affecting video games.
Well, yeah, it got announced technically we're now on the 2nd that SAG-AFTRA voted to expand its ongoing Hollywood strike to encompass the gaming industry.
Yes, interactive media.
Yes, which actually. It makes a lot of fucking sense. A lot of sense, because something that someone wrote that I read that I wanted to... but I've lost it because I went after your fucking Starfield thing. I'll see if I can find it again. Oh, here it is. Someone was so this is what someone wrote. A voice actor who does gaming stuff turned around and was welcoming this news and that because something they wrote out saying I always advise caution. AAA video game voice auditions are extremely secretive and vague. Most of the time you don't know who you're auditioning to work with, and you only usually find out the bare minimum after being forced to sign an NDA.
Yes.
And obviously what she's saying is about hopefully this will also gain not only obviously to try and stop AI becoming a prevalent thing and screwing people over,
which is already happening.
Movies and games,
by the way, it's already happening.
But also open up and give more clarity to voice actors about the work they're going for, and how their stuff is going to be used and everything. So
because people even use voices from Fiverr and put them into video games. Yeah, and then they never knew what they were going to be part of. They just, like I do, you get a form, it gives you a brief, and then you get a character study, and you read it, and then you get a couple of lines, you send it off, you sign your NDA, and then it goes off into the ether, and you never hear anything back, or you do hear things back. It really depends on whether or not they like votes. It's just an audition.
So the key issues up for negotiation include pay, conditions, and protection against unrestrained use of artificial intelligence, specifically the impact upon performance capture artists.
Yes. Because again, don't forget, once they record you doing all your movements, I mean, obviously on this channel we've talked about The Last of Us. Now, The Last of Us has got heavy motion capturing, and it's done by Troy Baker and the girl who played Ellie, which I can't remember her name now. I'm going to have to look it up. Man looks up thing online. TJ Vamp for a little bit.
But yeah, and what they're saying is the companies involved in the negotiations currently are Activision, Disney, EA, Epic Games, Insomniac, Take-Two, and Warner Brothers. It's been nearly a year since SAG-AFTRA's video game contract. The interactive media agreement was extended beyond the original expiration date as we negotiated for the companies for critical terms. SAG-AFTRA members needed, the statement explains. Unfortunately, throughout the negotiations, the companies have failed to address those needs. For this reason, the negotiation committee and national board unanimously agreed that the union should have a member-approved strike authorization in hand when bargaining resumes on the 26th of September. Although key issues like wages and the keep up with inflation and protection against unrestrained use of artificial intelligence are common sticking points in the negotiations. The interactive media video game agreement is a separate contract from the TV, theatrical, and streaming contracts against which SAG-AFTRA members are currently striking. So here we go again.
It was Ashley Johnson, by the way.
Ashley Johnson, who was in the she played
the TV show.
Ellie's mum, wasn't she? Yeah.
Which we won't get into.
And finally, here we go again. The video game agreement is at a stalemate too. SAG-AFTRA's president Fran Drescher said, "Once again, we are facing employer greed and disrespect. Once again, artificial intelligence is putting our members in jeopardy of reducing their opportunity to work. And once again, SAG-AFTRA is standing up to tyranny on behalf of its member. The overlap of these two contracts is no coincidence, but rather a predictable issue impacting our industry as well as others all over the world. The disease of greed is spreading like wildfire, ready to burn workers out of their livelihoods and homes, and out of their usefulness. We at SAG-AFTRA say no, not on our watch."
See, what's already happened, a company called High Res Studios that make a game called Smite, it's a free-to-play game, and a free-to-play game called Paladins. They have got loads of voice actors doing the gods and the characters, and they've recently, it came across on Twitter, that they are starting to get the characters to do voice lines so that they can use AI to replicate those lines and use their voice, even though they're not performing. Now, guys, it's not about, and I know we've already covered this, but it's not about people like Troy Baker, who gets paid lots and lots and lots of money. It's about people like me, who do small lines, and then we get very, very little money. You wait so that when you get an update in things like, let's just say, Apex Legends, now they put new voice lines in when they put a new character in because they have character interactions. So what will happen is they will just replicate that voice and have the interaction based off a script, which they're already doing in radio. Now, to be fair, that in radio, the person who did it, they agreed to it. So, but the alternative was basically they said, right, you either do this and agree to it, otherwise you lose your job. So that, guys, I know we're all laughy and jokey over here, but that is not okay. You shouldn't lose work due to someone being able to write out a script and then they use your voice, which is your intellectual property, and then have it say your words that you never said. Because the problem is, ultimately, it's a slippery slope. Now, you see deep fakes, you see faces put on things, how far will it go? You're already talking about taking a digitized version of me as an extra, as a background actor, and then I'll go in for one day, they'll video me in all different directions, put little balls on me, so when I move, they've got all my how I move, and then they'll digitize me into the background, so they don't have to pay me anymore. Now,
and then they'll have you forever.
Exactly. And then I won't get any more work because I will exist somewhere on a computer in a server somewhere, and they go, we need a ugly ginger guy with a beard, with a pair of glasses, and just put him in the background. And that's it. And there'll be me, a load of other people that have not been paid for that work. We'll never see a dime for it. It's not like we'll get paid every time that we're there, because we'll have to sign a contract that would say that, yes, you have the rights to use our likeness, which is what they're against, guys. And you honestly, I'm not saying that like it affects us overly in this country, but it is coming. Yeah. And with that change will come to a lot of other things, and if we can't work, guys, you can't live your life, you can't pay your bills, you can't exist in a zone where you're happy to go to work, earn money, look after your family. So that has to stop, really. And it is good that these strikes are happening, because in the wake of streaming shows, what it is people don't get their residuals. And I'm not talking about your big actors, I'm talking about your other actors, the ones that have lines that they get a little bit of money off of the residuals, not loads of money, but like they get a little bit of money every couple of months when the show does well. Now, people like Netflix, like Disney Plus, don't release how many hours of that TV show has been watched. So therefore, there is no way to work out the residuals, which means they don't pay any money. It just means rich people stay rich, and the poor person who actually do the work is now getting paid nothing. So that is what this argument is about. I know we've covered it before. I'm just reiterating.
Yeah.
But yes. So that, guys, it is important, and if you can, show some support on social media, whatever way you can show a bit of support. I'm not asking you to fly to America and go stand with all the picketers. If you're in America and it's round by you, then maybe go and show them a bit of support. Go and hand out some drinks or something. Because they are standing there, they're not being paid, and they haven't been paid for over 100 days now. That means that they will be getting foreclosures on their homes. They won't be able to feed their families because if it's their main source of income, even though it's minute, some people are on less than $26,000 a year, which is low in America. I mean, really low. So, or I know it seems a bit preachy, and we will move on into more funny things in a minute. I just wanted to get that across because it is very important. It's very important to me. It's very important to anyone within the, the acting and the voice acting world. So do show a little bit of support and at least a little bit of understanding.
Yeah.
What these people are
the
going
thing
through.
is, it will change the face and the landscape of this industry forever. And not for the better.
No.
We all enjoy movies, TVs, gaming.
Yeah.
So yeah. Hopefully, I don't like. I think this is going to be a long, drawn out thing. To be honest, I don't. I think this is going to be very much akin to the writer's strike back in 2008. Yeah, 2008. And yeah, we'll just have to keep coming back every few months and seeing where we're at. I suppose.
Yeah, see where we're at. Because we want we want more content. We're a content-driven culture. So, you wouldn't be able to get me and TJ talking about terrible adaptations, good adaptations, if they're not making them.
Exactly.
And it's that simple. So, it affects everybody, really. So, anyway, moving on to other things. There's currently a re-rise of the death hoax, TJ. Now, remember then this always used to come about?
Yeah, so we spoke about this, didn't we? Like back a few years ago, there would be like every couple of months you'd have like, oh, Samuel L. Jackson has passed away, and people would have got into Wikipedia. Wikipedia is an interesting one.
Stand at the front with my candle, going,
yeah,
he's a bad motherfucker.
well, obviously Wikipedia is self-edited, I suppose you could say. Like you can edit Wikipedia, and so people would edit like, he died on this day, and there'd be reports come out, and then you'd have like 4 or 5 hours of outpouring on Twitter and like wherever, Facebook and whatnot. But like, oh, I can't believe he's dead, and you'd have that person would be like all over the shop with like memes, clips from his videos, like I say, people, and then the person would pop up and go, hello,
not dead.
Still here. I'm alive.
I'm all right.
Like,
I don't know what's happened.
Like, Ashton Kutcher, Samuel L. Jackson. Like I say, the list was quite long. You'd be like, but some of them you were like, oh fucking hell, and they'd be like, oh, he's died in like a fucking, I don't know, boating accident or something, like, jet ski. Like, fucking hell, shit, yeah, wow, this is terrible. And the thing is, it got to that point where you'd be like, oh, this person's dead. Like, they're not fucking dead. It's just a lie. No, legit, this person is actually dead. And we're all like, they're going, nah, fuck it, he's alive. He's going to pop up and say hello in a minute. And he's got a grieving family over there. And we're all like, yeah, pull the other one, you fucking liar. Like, it's complete fake. But thankfully, that went away for a while. Well, it seemed.
But now it's back. Well, I mean, to be fair, it's back in a smaller notion because it's more TikTokers and Instagrammers. So get ready to use our button again.
I wouldn't miss some of them, though, let's be honest.
Josh Seitzer of the Bachelorette fame. So I think we'll play this. Who the fuck is that guy?
Yeah, the Bachelorette. That's like some cheesy.
I think it's
show,
like there's one girl, and then they get a load of dudes, and the dudes all vie for her attention. She gives them a rose or some nonsense, and that from Family Guy because they did a sort of spoof of it.
Yeah, it's not. So it's an American thing. It's definitely not.
Yeah, it's an American thing.
Okay, cool.
So he put a death statement out, posted on Instagram. He says his account was hacked, but his ex-girlfriends are going, no, that's definitely something he'd do to get attention. So
yeah, that's not a good look, is it?
That's not a good look. So they think it's all self-inflicted. He's done it because he's fallen out of limelight, as these small people who we say,
who the fuck is that guy?
About. So he's come and apparently he's done this, but I think this comes off the back of. Now, do you know Little Tay, or is that another book?
No. So Little Tay, I know where you're going with this one because I heard about this one, and I didn't know who she was till I saw a picture of this one, because she's a young girl, isn't she? And
she's 15 years old. She's been in the limelight since she was 9.
Yeah, because I do remember something crept up about her. Like, do you ever remember there was a girl, and like it's probably of the 2000s, one of the biggest catchphrases, "Cash me outside."
Cash me outside,
the Cash me outside girl. Like, I swear
she's made so much money on OnlyFans.
Mate,
it's crazy.
I wouldn't know because I don't frequent OnlyFans, Jay. But anyway,
I'm just saying.
I thought they had some like kind of back and forth that I would have seen somewhere on the internet, because I recognised her picture when I saw the little Tay. Recognised her picture.
She's basically known for being rich and having a bad mouth. So she's always driving Bentleys since she was like 9, 10, 11. She's 15 now. And it came out a couple of weeks ago, just to clear up the story, that little Tay and a brother who is named... I wrote it down somewhere.
Little J. So little Tay.
Jason.
Oh my God! It actually could be Little J. So you got Little Tay and Little J.
Little Tay, Little J. Her real name, by the way, is Claire Hope. That is her real name, Little Tay. But yeah, it came out that apparently that they had passed away again. Very sad, young children.
Oh, her and her brother. Sorry, I missed that.
Her and her brother had passed away, and that also turned out to be a hoax. Now I don't know whether they'd done that. There's no news on that.
But that was actually a few days. That wasn't it? That wasn't a couple of hours. That was a few days before.
Yeah. So, and then it turned out that it's a hoax, which is, guys, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Let me ask you a question, right? Okay, so let's play devil's advocate here, and say that these barely stars did this to themselves, like, and put out a death thing, like you said about the Bachelor dude, and could you imagine, like, you're sitting there going, I'm not really in the fucking limelight anymore. Like, what can I do? What can I do? Like, my agent is not getting me gigs, and I'm not like. I say I fall off fucking Mount Everest. Like, I died, like, wicked cool. And then you imagine you put it on there like, unfortunately he died. Crickets. You'd be like, shit. Oh no, I can't now come back and say I'm alive because no one give a shit that I was dead. So I'll probably come back and say I'm alive, and they'll be like, oh, fuck it, we're actually quite happy that he died. Like, can you imagine, like, how bad that would actually be? Playing that, just like,
really terrible,
mate, I'm going to be on fucking Ellen, because they're going to be like, how emotionally scarred are you that people said you were dead? Oh, this is the resurgence of my career. Fucking tumbleweeds on the fucking internet. No comments. No one bats an eyelid. The world goes on. Dave from the fucking Bachelorette. Okay, cool. Yeah, nice one. You're dead. Wicked. Moving on. Like, no one gives a flying fuck about you, dude. And then you're like, oh shit, I made a clerical error in judgment here. Damn it. How do I bring myself back?
Exactly, dude. That's the thing. And if anyone's wondering, tomorrow I will be announcing that both me and TJ have died, and then we'll be coming back for next week's pod. So don't worry about it, kids. We'll have the death and resurrection in about 4 days.
I mean,
the
problem is,
Jesus Christ.
I think we have like 5 Twitter followers, so the news ain't going very far. and like, that is me trying to seek sympathy and say, like, we have very few Twitter followers. Please go and follow us over on Twitter.
Exactly. Do go follow us on Twitter, guys.
Links in the comment below.
Numbers. Yeah, links in the comment below. Don't forget to comment if you want to say,
Who the fuck is that guy?
because you might be, but we'll be dead tomorrow. So don't forget to like, hope, sympathies, send out grief to our families and stuff. And Kate can go, who the fuck? Is he dead? Is he dead? The house is mine. And I'll come back to find a bloke here.
Yeah, Dave from the Bachelorette, or whatever his name was.
Fucking Josh. Josh has shown up.
Okay, he's got a rose. You'd be like, you walk in the kitchen, there's a rose. Who the fuck is this rose doing on the side?
What the fuck's happened here? Who's this cunt petting my dog?
And that's not a euphemism, guys, either.
No. Right, from one fake death to a real death. Jimmy Buffett has passed away.
Oh, this is really, we've just been laughing and joking, and now, oh mate, this is like the shittiest segue ever. Like, oh, okay.
That's why I did it.
Mate, if we don't get cancelled, mate, if we don't get cancelled, I actually legitimately think we could do anything we like.
Yes, that's what I like to think. But Jimmy Buffett, known for Margaritaville, a song that made him pretty much a millionaire, and very, very floral, over-the-top Hawaiian Hawaiian shirts that he sells for ridiculous costs. I know this because when I go to Florida, I always go to Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville. Never seen the bloke there, I won't lie to you, because it's
you definitely won't now.
No, he's not going to be there now, kids. But yes, very sad. I'm not a big Jimmy Buffett fan. I mean, his music is probably sort of Hawaiian chill out boat music, I suppose, is what you call it.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, TJ's already thinking, who the fuck is that guy?
I know who he is, but I can't really say I'm an avid listener of. Yeah.
I've listened to a couple of his songs. I mean, Margaritaville's probably his biggest
Yeah.
tune. He's more known for Margaritaville, to be honest. So I like margaritas, so that's why I know about him. And I always drink margaritas when I'm over in Florida. Right, moving from Jimmy Buffett. Sorry, Jimmy, not to give you a big send-off and everything, but, not really well known in the UK, I'm afraid. Maybe open a franchise over it. Oh, wait, you can't. God, I'm going to get so much hate in the comments.
Oh shit!
Um,
It's all right. We put unfiltered in the title. We're fine. We're covered.
We did.
We're covered.
That's what we wanted. Right, you came here. You knew what you was getting, right?
Don't blame us for your bad choices in listening to this fucking podcast.
Call of Duty, talking about AI, Call of Duty AI, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 is going to have AI to listen to hate speech. So that's me gone from Call of Duty immediately.
Oh, yeah, but like hate speech is in what? Like, if I had to call someone a cunt, is that hate speech? Am I getting banned?
That would be. Didn't
Yeah.
someone get a really weird ban the other day? I can't remember it now. I remember I should have fucking wrote it down, but I didn't.
Oh. So when's that? That's coming in for Warzone 3. So that's got to be
Warzone 3.
That's got to be a couple of years away, though. Surely, like Warzone 2 has only been out a year, isn't it? And Warzone's not a yearly thing, is it? Like normal call, like actual Call of Duty, that's like a yearly thing. But Warzone is like the battle royale. It's like they don't
I
release.
think they are going to do a Warzone 3.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, it's not coming out like soon, is it? Surely not.
It's November
What, this year?
this year. Yeah, November. Modern Warfare 3 is out November this year.
Yeah, no,
covered it
yeah.
last
Modern
week.
Warfare, yes, but not Warzone.
Well, I don't know
Because
like,
they're different, aren't they? They're technically the same but different. Like Call of Duty, like
Well, the
Warzone's
last
the
one that
free to
come
play
out-
battle royale, isn't it? Warzone's the
Yeah.
free to play, and
Yeah,
Call
but
of
they
Duty.
release it when the new Call of Duty comes out.
But
So
dude,
when
but I
Modern
thought-
Warfare
but I
2
thought-
came out last year, that's when Warzone 2 came out. Was last year.
Was it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe I'm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
maybe. Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
they
not,
haven't
I'm
said
not a
anything.
big. I'm not a big COD player anymore. Used to be years ago, but not anymore.
I'm not a big
Too many
COD player.
cheaters, mate. Too many cheaters.
Yeah, there is too many cheaters, too much hate speech. So hopefully this will. I'm sick of being called ginger cunt. It upsets me.
Oh, you fucking
Sets
ain't
me
gonna be long.
greatly.
Ain't gonna have long left in this pod, then, are you? Fucking hell.
Not at all. Not at all.
Oh, mate.
Also, moving on swiftly from Call of Duty, Ana de Armas superfan was kicked out of court. Now, did you hear about this story?
I didn't, but I like Ana de Armas.
like
Very
Ana
good.
de
Very,
Armas.
very good in Glass Onion, in Knives Out.
In Knives Out, yeah.
Yeah. So I like that.
I haven't seen the
Bond.
Monroe one.
And good. I
haven't
thought
seen
she was
that.
decent in Bond as well. So
Yeah, Bond. Yeah, she was really good in Bond. Apparently in Monroe, she gets a whaps out. But that's not the first time she's got a whaps out. She's got a whaps out quite a few times, apparently. Not that I know, not that I've got them saved, not that I've got that part saved as a number that I need to return back to. Anyway, moving swiftly on. So one of her fans, who's similar to myself, has taken...
What, Ginger
taken
Cunt?
Ginger Cunt, probably. It's two people, actually. Colin Wolfe and Peter Michael Rosser.
Oh, he's got two first names. He's got two
Yeah,
first
yeah.
names. What a prick.
Peter Michael Rosser has taken Universal. They took Universal Pictures to court. Now, do you remember the film Yesterday?
Yesterday, all my troubles.
So
I mean, there's probably a
far
number of
away.
films called Yesterday, but
Recently, there was a film come out, and it was about I think it was an Asian lad who who woke up one morning.
and no one knew who the Beatles were, so he would sing
That's
the Beatles
correct.
songs. Yes, I know the film. Haven't
Yeah.
seen it, but I know the film.
In the trailer, apparently Ana de Armas is shown in the trailer.
Is she?
No, she's not. She actually got cut from the film. Yes. So look it up, kids. Look it up, kids. So she got cut from the film.
I
It's only
get
a
where
small
this is
part.
going. I see where this is going.
So
False
because they're super
advertising.
fans, yeah. So they took them to court for false advertising. It got thrown out because
Really? That
It did
surprises
get
me because
thrown out.
America's crazy as shit with court cases, and like, yeah, that surprises me.
yeah. So he got thrown out simply. I can't remember exactly what the judge said. Let me just look this up.
I'd imagine the judge says, "Get fucking life, losers."
More like Ana de Armas' security said, "Well, thank you for giving me your names. We know how to not have you anywhere near Anna
Yeah.
anymore."
I mean, like, yeah. Like I say, I've seen the trailer. I can't say I remember seeing Ana de Armas in it, but it makes.
Oh, I can't remember seeing it. But
I
basically,
kind of get the lawsuit though. I kind of get it. Like,
well, here's what it says on Sky News. A judge has thrown out a case by Ana de Armas fans who said they were tricked into believing that she would appear in a film. The actress briefly appeared in a trailer for Danny Boyle's movie yesterday, showing her on the sofa of James Corden's talk show as the main character appears to flirt with her. I think I do remember that. I don't think that anyone knew who Ana de Armas was particularly well, though, then. She wasn't, I mean, sort of, her breakout role was probably Bond and Knives Out.
Knives Out, I would say. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Well, no,
it's 2019 when this came out.
Yeah, yeah.
So she does not speak in the clip and doesn't appear in the 2019 Beatles-themed film. Connor Wolfe and Peter Michael Rosa said that they had been deceived by false advertising and they wouldn't have rented the movie if they had known she wasn't in it. I mean, come on, boys. Just come on, really? They tried to sue Universal Pictures in the US for $5 million.
Wow, okay, that's where you fucked up. If you'd have asked for like 50 grand, you might have got it.
3.9 million.
Please tell me it was for pain and suffering. Please tell me that's what the case was for pain and suffering, because I didn't see a 12-second clip of Ana de Armas. Mate, fucking hell.
And the reason is because they'd paid to watch it on Amazon Prime. Despite the disappointment, Mr. Wolf paid for it again on Google Play after they after search results listed de Armas as a cast member. He claimed he thought it would be a different director's cut.
That's fucking clever. No, right? I give props to this geezer. Right, I give props to this geezer because blatantly they've watched the first one. She's not in it, so they fucking hatched this plan. We're gonna sue the studio, but let's think outside. Right, if we've got this in the bag, we can say we thought maybe Google had like a different version. So we paid that. We paid it twice. We were disappointed twice.
You can see
That's
him now, mate.
actually like genius on a stupidity level of genius, but still genius, if that makes any sense. Like, I get the thinking behind it. I'm like, yeah, if we just go in and say we watched this movie once, this hour-and-a-half piece of crap, and Ana de Armas wasn't in it, I want $5 million. No. I had to sit through this twice. Like, and it makes logical sense. What would have been better if it had gone, and I still didn't find it, so I logged onto this pirate site.
I can just see him now. He's there. He's like, right. She's not in it. Right. The Google Play have got a different one. Let me check IMDb. Yep. Definitely in. He's got his tissues. He's got his fucking hand lotion. He's all ready, good to go. He's like, yeah, any second. Corden shows up. Horrible. Bad times. Nobody likes Corden.
No one got tissues or like fucking lubricant out for him.
I know I'd be suing someone if I had my fucking John Thomas in my hand, all lubed up, ready to go, and Corden's on my screen. I know I'd be fucking upset about that myself. Anyway, moving back on the story, the pair said they had never seen a trailer that featured an actor or actress that didn't appear. They didn't also appear in the film being advertised, according to court documents. Yesterday, writer Richard Curtis said in 2019 that de Armas was cut because test audiences felt she overshadowed the main love story featuring Himesh Patel's character. He described it as a very traumatic cut because she had been brilliant and radiant in the role. So even Richard Curtis, the writer, is upset about it. U.S. Judge Stephen, there you go, Happy Stephen Day with a PH. Stephen Wilson threw out the lawsuit on Monday. What? Sorry,
Steve Fenn.
You're Fenn.
No, Steve Fenn. He's got the PH.
Fenn, yeah.
Steve Fenn.
The PH. Steve Fenn. Steve Fenn Wilson threw out the lawsuit on Monday and noted that the claimants had amended their complaint 3 times since 2022.
Oh,
he said that. Oh,
it's where you messed up. I was just about to say, it's where you messed up.
He's fucked up. He said that the second rental from Google showed their injury is self-inflicted. You know what it was? He'd got to the vinegar stroke and Corden came on and he was like, no!
Oh, mate. I'm so ashamed.
Rather than the result of being tricked, and that they couldn't proceed with the case. Yesterday tells the tale of a failing singer who becomes a star playing Beatles songs after everyone in the world.
Everyone forgets about the Beatles, pretty much, that the Beatles exist. That's mental. Absolutely mental.
Sorry, my wife's coming because I'm being too loud. So calm that down. Yeah, so I mean, I think it's obvious that he got to the vinegar stroke, saw Corden, and now feels that he's due 5 million. Man, if it's that easy to sue someone, I may have to look into suing some people. Maybe I can get myself some of that sweet, sweet cash. Sweet, sweet cash.
Like, I'm just thinking about it, right? Before trailers show, don't they put up like that green or red screen? You know, like it's like the green screen is normally like it's a family friendly. The red screen is like the red band trailer.
Yeah,
but doesn't it say in there like what is seen in here might not be in the final cut? You know, like they do it for games and stuff. It's like not final footage. You know, with little asterisks and
currently in development, don't they?
Yeah,
so
like so. Yeah. Wishful thinking.
Yeah,
it was wishful thinking. How much money has that fucker had to fork out to take Universal or whoever it was to court, Warner Brothers, whatever, to court?
I mean, it can't be cheap. I suppose in his head, you don't pay anything until you actually go to court and it's all settled, do you? So, I wonder if he's gonna try and appeal it. He's got it. Surely. Well, the amount of money he's going to be out now.
Well, I wonder if they turn around and say, "Oh yeah, and by the way, you fucking knobhead, you can pay their fucking fees and all for being a div."
They will. They will. They will take him.
He's like gone in there, gone. He's spent 5 million in his head.
Yeah.
He's like gone right. That's house, Ferrari, jet ski, Anna de Armas room. Like, you know, life-size prosthetic Anna de Armas.
Might be able to encourage Anna de Armas to come round.
Yeah, like obviously, date night with Anna de Armas. Like, book that in. I spent my 5 mil, wicked, and then he comes out there with a 150 grand bill against his name. He's like, shit.
It's an expensive wank. It's an expensive wank. Right, so I suppose that is all I've got for the news. TJ, you got anything to add to the entertainment news?
I do, but. Oh, I have something, but it needs to tie in with something. I have a great you need to talk about Starfield because I need to pick up on something for Starfield, which I was wetting myself about earlier today, because I feel that it was a witty, brilliant comeback that also you slapped yourself in your own face with the comment. So you go Starfield, and I'll reverse back to this. So yeah.
So obviously this week has seen the early access release of the very highly anticipated Starfield, which is done by Bethesda Studios and done by that twat Todd
Leather Jacket twat. Yes, we know.
Todd Howard. So he lies. He knows he lies. But I will say that in this instance, he has, for me anyway, I know you'll go and find the reviews online and tell me it's 7 out of 10. And it's a 5 out of 10.
7's good on our scoreboards, people.
7 is good, by the way. As the scores go, 5 is average, 6 is better than average, 7 is quite good, right? Yep. And to be fair, 10 is a theoretical impossibility. It means that there is not a fault with it at all, which is impossible with anything. It hasn't got many bugs, which is everyone's main concern. And to be honest, I'm biased because I love space things. I'm wearing a Dead Space top right now as we speak. I'm having a really, really good time. However, a lot of people are not. A lot of people are... Well, the reason I want to talk about this subject is because it has sparked quite literally one of the childish wars ever, which is the console wars. Because
it's a never-ending war.
Yes, it's a never-ending war. And it's a fucking pointless war. Because if you like what you like and you've got this console, then just enjoy what you've got. There's no need to throw shade at another company simply because they've got a game that you haven't got, right? I've got all the consoles, so it doesn't really make a difference to me. And just to be clear, just to give some clarity, Starfield is only coming out on Xbox and PC. Yeah. It's not coming to PlayStation 5.
It's a Microsoft exclusive, Xbox exclusive, isn't it?
Yeah, so. It's an Xbox exclusive. So essentially, all the PlayStation fanboys now are attacking it and telling everyone it's rubbish. I'm sure in a couple of weeks we'll see that it's got 0 out of 10 scores on Metacritic because that's what children do. Yep. They throw all the toys out the pram and they whinge and bitch and whinge and bitch and bitch and whinge. And then all the fanboys on the Xbox side, because again, no one's innocent in this, kids. No one's innocent, apart from the really, really high at the top master race that is the PC race that get everything. Yeah. And they don't care. So... essentially, I've got it on PC, by the way. I've got all the consoles, but essentially, I mainly play the PC. I use the other consoles for exactly what I'd use them for, exclusive things.
Porn.
And Xbox. Well, a little bit of porn. A little bit of Anna de Armas porn. But yes, so essentially, this has kicked off a big thing on Twitter, on Facebook, on all the social medias about some people enjoying themselves because, again, let's be adults here. Let people enjoy things. If you like something and somebody else doesn't, there's no need to trap off about it. Just simply go, oh, it's not for me.
Yep.
And then leave it at that. However, someone today on Twitter posted, what did they post?
Okay. So, Joe Vargas, also known as Angry
yes.
Joe Show.
Angry Joe, yes.
They posted this. Welp, 6 hours into Starfield. And I'm going to be honest, kind of disappointed at the moment. It's Loadenfield and restrictive. When you make a space exploration game, you expect certain things in 2023. Fair or not, Bethesda themselves called it unparalleled. Bruh. No, it's very paralleled in my opinion. Followed by a screenshot of a Bethesda Studios snippet that says, playing games set amongst the stars, create any character you want, and explore with unparalleled freedom as you embark on an epic journey to answer humanity's greatest mystery. Now, a certain Mr. Jamie Morris, aka Firefly Zero, come back with a snippy little request of, just waiting another 10 years for Star Citizen then, dude. Which, for anyone who is new to this pod, I will just explain why this is hilariously funny. It's because Jay is an absolute Star Citizen fanboy. Where old matey was at his Todger in his hand for Anna de Armas, Jay does that for ships on Starfield. Okay? So, for Jay to then throw shade at this beloved game, I find absolutely fucking hilarious. Because it's almost like, Jay, there he is, he's got Star Citizen, he fucking loves Star Citizen, it's like, Star Citizen, I will defend this to the nth degree, I love this, the ships, it's great, whoa, there's a twinkle, what, new and shiny, I must, fuck you, Star Citizen, Starfield. It's like, he's walking there with his wife, and then some girl with nice big breasts, a little bit of cleavage on the show, she's like, oh, hi, Jay, and he's like, fuck you, bitch, and he's gone. He's gone. The new hotness has dragged him away, and I found this highly amusing because I know how much Jay loves Star Citizen.
Now, to defend myself, I do love Star Citizen, but I am a little disillusioned with it. So when I say,
because it doesn't have nice breasts in Star Citizen,
well, it doesn't have nice breasts, and it's not working. Well, it does work, but it doesn't work in the way that it's intended to be sold. Now, Starfield, for all its yes, it is Loadenfield. I'm not going to take that away from him.
I liked that comment, Loadenfield. Yeah, I like that. I thought that was quite quirky.
I won't take that away, but I have got a universe to go and fly to any planet, and I can go around the entire planet, albeit they are hexagonal-based tiles, which they did explain also, Joe, if you're watching. They also said it's going to be tiled, which means it's going to be, each area takes about 40 minutes to walk across, which is big enough. Now, I've played Star Citizen, I've been on the moons, and I've been on the planets of Star Citizen. It would bore me to absolute tears to walk all the way around that area, because it's a planet. Right. It takes me 3 hours to drive down to where TJ lives. If I had to walk it, it would take days. So ultimately, sometimes bigger is not always better. TJ with his beard.
Fuck me.
It's a callback. It's a callback.
It's a callback, yeah. You're a ginger cunt. So.
I am a ginger cunt, and that's also a callback. But no, like essentially, my point to Joe. Now, I actually quite like the Angry Joe Show. I enjoy his content, but he's also bought into Star Citizen, so that's why my comment was prevalent to him, because he moans like fuck about a Star Citizen isn't out. The problem is that in order to have these massive worlds where you can walk endlessly around, it takes a shitload of development. And all Bethesda have done is like, we can circumvent this by making X's, and you can still travel around the entire world. And I do mean that you can land anywhere on a planet and just get out and out of your ship and walk around and go and see things. Now, for me, that is ultimately better because, yes, it is 2023. However, they haven't made quantum computing yet, Joe. So it's not as easy as you would think. And I know you make board games, but until you make a video game, and surely see the process of doing that. Because my answer to anyone who whinges about video games is go and make one better.
Yeah.
If you've got it better, go and make one better. You know how to do it, apparently. So go out and do it. Now, I'm not starting a beef with Joe before anyone at Joe Vargas. I'm sure he saw my comment. I'm sure he dismissed it as "fuck that ginger twat," which I would have done as well. But yes, so ultimately, yes, I like Star Citizen, but I'm on the understanding at the moment it has become just a cash grab. I'm afraid to say. I have spent more money than I wish to talk about on that game for ships and stuff, which very nice. Don't get me wrong, it's very nice to be able to walk on your ship and walk around and see different parts of it blow up when you get destroyed in space. What some cunt! But ultimately, that game is nowhere near ready. So I'll take the Loadenfield that I currently have and enjoy it, because sometimes it's nice to enjoy things. And to be fair, if you're playing a Bethesda game and you wasn't expecting Fallout 4 or Skyrim, then the error's on you, mate. What was you expecting? It's Bethesda. Bethesda we have known for their consistent fails in the past. Now, personally, just going back to Starfield, I'm really enjoying it. There's lots of side quests, a lot of things tie into each other. You do feel like, you're walking around a planet. I went to London, saw the Shard, how a giant glass building didn't get destroyed with the rest of the planet. You won't ask. Just won't ask. But essentially, it's fun. I'm having fun. I like being able to make my ship. I like being able to alter my ship and not have to pay thousands of pounds in order to have another ship. So for my £60 and not the ridiculous amount of money that I spent on Star Citizen, I am happy with the product that I got. Is it a 10 out of 10? No, there's problems.
Hold. You did not spend £60 on Star Citizen.
I did not. That's what I'm saying. I have not spent. I have spent
No, sorry.
thousands.
You didn't spend £60 on Starfield either.
No,
let's just be honest and tell people how much you spent on Starfield.
So I bought the Constellation edition because I wanted the watch, kids. This watch on my wrist and a fancy token. So I spent £250. But again, I'm biased because I am a space fiend. There is a lightsaber behind me. There is a droid behind me. I have built fucking countless amount of starships in Lego because I love spaceships and space and all that jazz and all the sci-fi nonsense. So I will spend ridiculous amounts of money, but not to the total that I've spent on Star Citizen. And I have got a functioning game with beautiful worlds. Is it the best graphics in the world? No, it's probably about an 8.5 out of 10 currently, and I'm about 12 hours into it. But I'm loving it. I will say this, I'm having nothing but fun. Is the combat as polished as Call of Duty? No. But I haven't paid for a combat game that is solely made by the Call of Duty people. So it's understanding what you're purchasing. Now, yes, there was a lot of hype built for it. Now, you build your own hype, kids. You watch the video and you hype yourself up. It's not the other way around. They will say things like unprecedented, unparalleled, unfucking believable amount of things you do. There is a whole universe for you to travel. It is unparalleled. There's no other game doing that. Honestly, apart from No Man's Sky. Right? And No Man's Sky came out in an atrocious state. Everyone would say, I enjoyed No Man's Sky. But there is not a solid story behind No Man's Sky, and there wasn't one release. This has got a Bethesda-style story where it is RPG light, but you get to go round, you get to countless amount of guns, you get loads of side quests, interesting side quests. Main story's got a through line, which is very interesting to me as well. So I will defend Starfield, and I will defend Starfield as a good space game, which I've been waiting for a long time, and I will shekel up when I have to. Anyway, that's all I've got to say on Starfield. TJ is going to play Starfield as well.
I am, because, unlike Jay, I'm not spending fucking stupid amounts of money on the game. I'm not even spending the £60 on the game because I'm like cheap as balls. I have Xbox Game Pass, and it's a day one release on Xbox Game Pass for free. So it's currently downloading the pre-install. It's ready. It's waiting for
Tuesday.
When? Tuesday.
6th.
Yeah, whatever day that is. Yeah, it's when it comes out. That's Wednesday, by the way, Jay.
Is it Wednesday?
Yeah.
Oh, shit,
Anyway, so yeah, I plan. I'm not a massive space fiend, as Jay called himself. But I am very much intrigued by it. I don't like the flying stuff in space, but I like the idea of the world. I like the idea of building the ships and everything. So I'm going to give it a go, and I'm going to have a look, and I'll report back next week. Jay will have played obviously a lot more of it by then. I'll have had a little touch on it. So we'll
come back to you. We'll let you know what TJ thinks. Because again, the good thing for you, TJ, because
Definitely
you're not big on
non-biased
flying.
from this side. Definitely
No,
non-biased. You know,
no.
not saying that you're giving a biased review, but obviously
I am a little biased, to be
it's
fair.
yeah, because it's your like your
Wheelhouse.
love, if you want.
Yeah.
You know,
That's it.
so whereas I would come on here and like I could talk now about like DBD had the Alien chapter released this week
Yes.
on Tuesday.
And we're going to very shortly. Now, in
And
fact.
like I have, yeah, well, okay, yeah, and like, but I'm going to be biased about that more than say you will, because although you love the Alien franchise, you're not a fan of DBD and its mechanics and its gameplay. So you know, it's that.
It's fun to play with mates. I'll say
Yeah.
that. I think the game's fun to play with mates.
But okay, yeah. So if we go on to the DBD thing, so yeah, on Tuesday, the Alien chapter, which I have long said since it was announced, to me is the biggest license that they have ever had. They're entering, they're coming in for their 8th year, and they're sorry, they've just had the 7-year anniversary. Sorry, a couple of months ago is what I should say. This is by far and away the biggest license I feel that they've got, because this license is it's massive. It's for how big it is. It's transcended so much in culture and in movies and everything. It's like, it's phenomenal. And from someone who joined DBD just after the year 4 anniversary, which was Pyramid Head, the next release after that which was Blight, which was pretty much when I came into the game. So I've seen a lot of releases. I played a lot of PTBs, and I would happily say that this is the most fun I have had. On the killer side, I haven't played that much Survivor, but on the killer side, playing as the Xenomorph is the most fun I have had on a newly released DLC since I started playing the game. She is so much fun. And not only that, the cosmetics are fucking right. No, I have to temper here. The Xenomorph cosmetics are phenomenal. They have the Alien Queen as one of the cosmetics.
Looks incredible.
And oh my god, it is movie perfect in every single way. She is the most fucking biggest bitch you'll ever see in the world. She's awesome. She's phenomenal. Like and even to the point where they started doing this thing with entry animations. So like it started coming in really when Sadako came in. And Wesker and that came in. So like with Sadako, you had the well there, and you'd see her in the lobby screen. You'd see her crawl out of the well.
Cool.
And with Wesker, he would like be standing there, and then he'd get his thing out and he'd dash across the screen because he's got a dash attack. Yeah. With Alien, when the Xenomorph first came in, basic Xenomorph, you'd be like, well, where's the fucking Xenomorph? And the Xenomorph would actually come down from the top corner of the screen, rotate, and then land, and then stand up. You're like, that's fucking wicked, right?
Yeah, it's cool.
Alien Queen is so big, they couldn't possibly do that with her. And just sitting there like nothing's there. And all of a sudden, she just comes stomping across the screen, then looks at ya, and then carries on walking around. And also, when she swings around, oh my god, she's got the fattest ass. And I mean PH fat. Oh, it's fucking...
Well, she's a mama. She is a mama.
And it's so cool. Like, she's brilliant. You can see her everywhere on the map because she's so fucking big, but it's just so good. And for a game
intimidation for that.
Well, this is the thing. For a game where really buying cosmetics for a killer is ridiculous, because you don't get to see them. It's first person. Like... I was like, yeah, I'm buying that. Fuck that, I'm buying that shit. Yeah. I must have it, and I have it. And the other cosmetic that came with it was wicked, because, and it leads me in like, it's in Alien versus Predator, when the Predator launches its net, and it's a self-tightening net, and it tightens itself around the alien, and it cuts into the alien's skin, and then the alien's acid blood snaps the net, but leaves the grid across, and you see the green blood. It's really cool, because that is one of the skins, an alien with that green grid, which is really cool. The other one's bullshit. It's supposed to be a sort of take on the clone alien, but it looks nothing like the clone alien. But my unfortunateness is Ripley's cosmetics, because they haven't got the likeness for Sigourney Weaver. Like, they've gone with the cosmetics of Ripley 8, which is from Resurrection, and her in her outfit for Aliens, which is wearing the white top, the like space trousers, if you will, with the braces. It just looks shit. In my opinion, it looks shit. I got into an argument with someone on my channel, actually. They were like, oh, they look amazing, you're wrong. And I'm like, in what world do they look right? And I'm like, seriously, shut up. Like,
so Sigourney,
you're clueless.
Sigourney doesn't want to be part of any kind of horror thing or something, isn't it?
No. So there was, when it officially got announced that they didn't have her likeness, a lot of people were like, oh, it's because she came out and said she doesn't like violence in video games. That's not exactly what she actually turned around and said.
Oh, okay.
Like, she was talking about video games and she doesn't like gun violence.
Right.
Obviously, there's no guns. There's no guns in DVD.
Turrets. If you really want
they're not even guns. The flamethrower, isn't they?
Oh yeah. That's right,
And it's only on that. It's only with them. There's no other. Anyway. And it was more. She was talking about like if she wants to be part of a project, she has to feel like the project encapsulates the Alien franchise. So I mean, there is always that thing that maybe behaviour like, well, she's going to want a shit ton of money, so we're not even going to go there.
It's fair.
Like,
it's fair.
Which they've had that
Sigourney
issue.
Weaver, she can demand.
They
like
don't. Well, they don't have the license for Jamie Lee Curtis. They have a Laurie Strode in the game, but it's not Jamie Lee Curtis. Who knows? Who knows? I mean, it does leave scope open that maybe one day. But just going back into the gameplay, phenomenal. Like I say, so much fun to play. Her tail whip is fantastic. There is a little bit of a question mark whether or not it's because you go in from a standing mode into a stalking mode when you're like when you crawl on all fours, and that's when your tail becomes active as like a whip action, and you can send it out as a long range attack, and you can go over pallets with it. You can go up through, like, if you're on a multi-level building, there's a hole in the floor and they're standing there, you can get them from either down up or from up down. Really, really strong, really, really solid. And yeah, she's just so much fun. I hope they don't mess around. Normally they wait about a couple of weeks and then they launch out buffs and nerfs. I hope they leave her alone, but I don't think they will, because I think if enough people complain from the Survivor side, there's always changes that get made. Yep. Balance is, you're never going to get balance in the game, unfortunately.
It's 4v1. It's 4v1.
And yeah, I'm just super pleased. Now, the one thing, just going back to the cosmetics, what I was questioning is how far this license went. Disney owns the property for Alien, right?
Yeah.
And I was wondering how far this license encompasses, because it's the Alien license. They don't, and that's all they sell it as. And I was like, are we going to get like cosmetics from other? I was hoping actually for a Hicks cosmetic, because they do legendary cosmetics where they'll change the cat, because essentially survivors are just skins. Other than the perks, they all do the same. Like, there's no special powers that they have. The perks obviously give them like things in the game, but they work across every survivor. So ultimately, it's literally just a cosmetic. Doesn't and so I was hoping we'd get Hicks, and we may still get Hicks in the future.
Quite possible.
But
you do just have Survivor releases, don't you?
Yes, Well, it'll be as a cosmetic. I don't even think it'll be a Survivor release. It'll be a cosmetic. They'll release it like it'll be whatever it is. The Auric Shard's worth £7.50's worth of Auric cells, I should say, and and he'll be a cosmetic, I would imagine, in the future. But with obviously what I'm getting at is that they've obviously proved that the license is all encompassing of the Alien franchise, because it covers AVP as well, because that skin with the grid on it is from AVP. I'm like,
undeniably,
if this sells well, there's no other, it can't be from anything else. Are they already in talks for Predator? Now,
hopefully, but they already sort of did something, didn't they?
Well, they released a killer called the Skull Merchant, who's got like people saying, they were going to release Predator, and then there was an issue with it, and they couldn't release it because she's got like a 2-knife thing on her hand, which is very much like, and her Maury is similar to a way someone is killed in one of the Predator films, but I don't think Predator is going to be next, because the next release in a few months is a killer-only chapter, and I don't see them releasing Predator without releasing Dutch. Dutch is so key. Arnie Schwarzenegger, and once again, it's a franchise where you've got skins that you can sell. You can have a Dutch skin, multiple Dutch skins, him in the red shirt at the start when it's like Dylan, and they do the like mini arm wrestle thing. With his camo gear, they can do him shirtless, because everyone in DBD thirsts over shirtless people. Weird community. Like when he's got all the mud on him and the Predator can't see him, essentially. And you've got like you could also do a legendary skin for Dylan, for Carl Weathers' character.
Yeah.
You could do Danny Glover legendary skin. You know, you can
Winter
go
in the
into
City.
Prey as well potentially. You know, and have a legendary skin for the Predator that is Prey.
Just to interject, did you see that Prey may be getting a sequel?
Prey will definitely get a sequel because it done really good numbers.
Yeah.
Prey, because the director, didn't he, come out and said something about how we'd love to somehow bring Arnie and Dylan in, but how do you work it when the Prey is set hundreds of years ago?
I'd like to see, I think we discussed this before, I'd like to see a Predator in the Japanese Shogun era. I think that'd be amazing.
I don't know where that. Yeah, I don't know.
Or World War II or something like that.
I don't know where they go. I don't know. Yeah.
Predator Through Time is a good concept.
Yeah, well, it's
Predator
kind
Through
of
Time.
what they've done essentially now, isn't it? Like, by going back to the planes.
Yeah.
And it's a very well done film, and I like the fact that the Predator isn't
very
as
good.
technologically advanced as it still has some advanced weaponry, but isn't as technologically advanced. Like the gun, for instance, on its shoulder, like in others, is like a fucking cannon, whereas this is actually like it shoots out darts, doesn't it? Essentially, like little like arrows.
Instead of being a plasma cannon.
Yeah, so essentially, you know, it's more because if the fucker had a plasma cannon back then, it's fucking everyone up. Like there ain't no question. Like dump.
One finish.
Like yeah, exactly. So yeah, no, it'll be interesting. But ultimately, like getting back to the DVD, like great release for me anyway. Really enjoyed it. Not a bad price, $9.99.
No, I saw that.
So not a bad price at all. Or if you've got you know, or XLs, you can buy or XLs and buy in game as well. Yeah, really enjoyable. And if considering the last few releases have been original chapters and they've been terrible, this is
you've not been impressed.
So welcoming, and it's just, especially when they have, it's a rival but not a rival in TCM. Like it's nice to now have like, oh, I can play some Alien, I can play some TCM. It's fun on all aspects now. And yeah, like moving forward from a content creator standpoint and from just an enjoyment of a gamer standpoint, like there's a lot of fun to be had in these next couple of months.
Which is good because, you know, it's a game that is now 7 years old and it's still going strong in the horror asymmetrical community. I know there was some disagreements, shall we say, amongst the horror asymmetrical community, especially with TCM coming out.
It's the same thing as like it's on a more smaller scale. It's PlayStation versus Xbox. You know, it's the console wars. You've now got the asym horror wars. You've got people, because people can't just sit down a minute and go, I like both. People were like, no, you've got to pick a side. And if anyone turned around, so like we say, comparisons. We're a generation of people. We're a culture of people that have to make comparison of everything. You're always going to like, you're looking at that and then like there's always something you can compare that to in some realm, and you do it subconsciously even. Like, oh, I prefer this over this, well, because you're comparing the two things. So of course there's going to be comparisons because they're two games within the same genre. Like, although they're very different, they're in the same genre, you're going to compare. And so for people to say you shouldn't compare this to this, and there's like, no, you should either like this or like this because you can't like both. And if you can't say any bad things about this, because if you're saying that, then it must mean you're on this side. Or if you're saying about this, it's just a bunch, it's online bullshit. It's like the cesspool that is Twitter. You know, it's like what you were saying with Starfield. You know, you'll have people on there that will give it shit reviews who've won't even played the game, but it's just because it's not out on my console. And going back to that, I saw it's the most stupidest take. And now I am like growing up a PlayStation advocate. Like PlayStation was my console.
I was a big PlayStation player myself.
I've only ever owned the first ever Xbox, and I've never owned another one since. I never owned a 360, never SX, whatever. I don't even know what they're called now. I've always had a PlayStation. I've had every iteration of the PlayStation. I own a PS5, and as of like 3 years ago, I bought my first ever gaming PC. So I have.
There is no reason to own an Xbox when you own a gaming PC,
because I have Game Pass essentially as well. I pay $7.99 a month for Game Pass, and I can buy, or I get free shit on there, and I can also buy Microsoft games. So yeah, I don't need an Xbox anyway. But completely lost my train of thought.
We were talking about you've always owned a PlayStation, so your take is on.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Starfield
Yeah, see,
review.
that's right. That's right. So yeah, I definitely, and growing up, I've also been on the I prefer PlayStation. PlayStation's this.
I'm saying we
And
haven't taken sides in the war, by the way.
And now I'm just like, I mean, my PlayStation is a giant paperweight because I own a gaming PC. The gaming PC is and always will be the far superior machine if you want to. It's not a console, I get that, but it's far superior.
It's upgradable as well, which is the important thing.
But someone actually got into an argument, and people were talking about like Starfield, and like someone actually come back at them and said, "Well, you're just a PlayStation fanboy. Like you're only moaning about this because you can't play the game because you don't own an Xbox." And their retort was so fucking stupid, and like it was literally along the lines of like, "Oh, why would I even want an Xbox? Because we have exclusives like The Last of Us." And it was like, mate, the game's 10 years old. Don't come to an argument. It's like coming to a gunfight with a knife. Like, don't bring up a game. It might be a great game, but it's 10 years fucking old. And it's on PC, you fucking idiot. Yes. Like, it's not a PlayStation exclusive anymore, you dumbass. Like, that is not the hill to die on. That is not the game to, like, plant your flag and say, well, we've got this. Because they've got this as well, if they fucking, you know.
Exactly.
It's like, it was so stupid. And then people were lighting this person up in the comments. They were saying, well, don't worry, I've got a Nintendo, I've got Mario. Like, it was like, you know, it was like, I've got Super Mario 2. Like, you know, it was like, fucking hell, you're getting like, oh, mate. It just made me laugh. It made me laugh. It's the idiotic nature of the whole fucking argument summed up in the one tweet when he come out and said that. It's like, your argument's fucking illogical, stupid, and unbased on any kind of fucking fact. You dumbass.
You've got, look, no one's denying that PlayStation's got exclusives. No one's denying it. But why are you hating on another console for having exclusives? That's my point. It's like, I'm just like, well, it's bullshit that it's on there because Bethesda used to be doing to everything. Yeah, and then Microsoft whacked their big fucking dick of a wallet out and went, I'm buying Bethesda.
Do you know what? I genuinely actually believe that the reason that this is happening is because I believe PlayStation fanboys are genuinely scared because Microsoft, making moves, big ass moves like Call of Duty, you know, like with the Activision license and everything. It's like this is the first step in them potentially losing a lot of shit. It's what they're worried about, and this is why Sony are fighting so hard.
People bought an Xbox for Starfield. Now, that's just, there's nothing you can do about that because people spend their money however they want. This is why, like, the argument of going, well, you know, Sony's better. Good. You can think Sony's better by all means. But the reason I've bought a PC, an Xbox, and a PlayStation is because I didn't want to be in your situation. I didn't want to be there going like...
And we are privileged. We have just got to point out, we are privileged to be able to have this, you know. But also, with that privilege comes common sense that we're not on the internet arguing about what games console is better.
No, because it's sad, guys. Look, I'm not saying that your circumstances means that sometimes, mate, you got to miss out. People who bought an Xbox have missed out on Last of Us, as you like to point out. Spider-Man, Final Fantasy 16. You've got a plethora of fucking video games. Thankfully, some of them are coming to PC because Sony are realizing that why are we cutting a whole market out when we could just port it to them?
Yeah. I think it's going to be interesting over the next couple of years because our like Rich, who used to do the opinions with us, had a very clear and concise point of how we felt this was going, was that Microsoft don't want to be in the console business. They want to be in the games library business. They want to be pretty much, they want to be like
Netflix.
Yeah, well Steam, essentially.
Yeah.
They want to be Steam. You know, they want to rival Valve rather than rival Sony. They don't like, because the amount of money in R&D and development of the console, it's a net loss. It's a net loss always. And so, you know, but if you can, this is why you get all of your all of the big developers under one roof. And you technically own those rights. You can slowly go, well, we don't need to build the console.
No.
We own the rights.
fact,
We can sell.
Sony, build your console. How about I put Game Pass on your console?
Exactly.
And I'll take a slice of your money.
Exactly.
How's that sound?
And to be honest, it doesn't like Sony. The only problem is Sony are in a fucking world of trouble at the moment because of overcharging, aren't they?
Oh yeah.
Sony are in a world of trouble with overcharging on the PlayStation Store.
PlayStation Plus. PlayStation Plus as well.
Yeah, like
That's just at a
so.
price hike.
Yeah,
People are
it's
kicking off.
well, people are taking Sony to court, and all, but I heard someone said the other day there's an issue with Steam as well.
Is there?
I meant to look it up. Yeah, there is a court case in America. Man looks up thing on internet.
Man looks up thing on internet. Do. I'm sorry that TJ's looking something up at the moment.
Steam overcharged
He'll be
lawsuit.
back.
Here we go. Valve Steam. It started last year. Game overcharge arbitration.
Right. Okay.
Okay. The arbitration claims are related to a federal class action filed by Wolffire Games, a games publisher claiming that Valve uses its monopoly power to force game publishers to sell their games through the Steam store and pay Valve super competitive commissions. The same conduct caused gamers to pay more for games as well. The games consumers tried to bring a class action, but the court ruled out these claims can only be pursued through individual arbitrators.
Right. What does that mean? What's that broken down
I
into?
don't actually know, but obviously I'm not smart enough to know. Let us know in the comments if you understand legal jargon, because I
Let us
don't.
know. Send us a link. You can contact us on the email, which is uninformedidiots@gmail.com, and you can email us. It will come through to me and TJ, and we will try and write you back, or at least bring it up in the pod if you get your comments, so you can go and talk to us.
Apparently, as of July,
News.
I can't view the content. It just says here, Steam settlement. Who is eligible?
Sony have done something similar. There is a big petition thing that you can join, and you'll get about £100 back, I believe, from Sony.
Mate, I haven't bought a game on the Sony store for fucking ages.
I haven't bought one for a while, to be fair. I do still buy games. The other game that I've been playing actually is.
It looks like it's an American, obviously. Yeah, this is.
I think anyone can sign into it though.
Yeah, but the web page to go on, it's not, it says you're not in the region. I'd have to VPN it to go and actually have a look at it properly.
Fair enough. Get that ExpressVPN. ExpressVPN, if you want to sponsor us.
Yeah, man.
Email
or like Nord. We don't. We're happy. Anyone,
Exactly. If you want to sponsor this podcast.
CyberGhost, if you want, we're fine.
Any of you. Spotify, if you want to give us one of those sweet Joe Rogan deals, me and TJ are open into.
Maybe not Joe. Like we're not Joe Rogan levels yet. Maybe just under, like Joe Rogan leader. Maybe we're like, I don't know, like Howard Stern level.
All I'm saying is we will.
He's not on Spotify, but I mean,
we'll take 50 million. Right, we'll break it easy.
49. 49. I'm happy with as well. I would. Do you know what, Jay? I'm that nice a guy. You can have 25. I'd take 24.
Fucking fantastic.
It's fine. I'm not. 1 million. It's like I'm not fussed. I'm not fussed.
We'll do this exclusively on Spotify if that's what you want.
Yeah, fuck you, YouTube. Oh, how much? Sorry. Hang on. How much are you offering YouTube? Just quickly first, before I burn all our bridges.
Just checking. If you want to strike it out, me and TJ will get in the room with you. Smash.
I mean, there's no point in asking Twitch if we want to go live on Twitch because
they'll take 50%.
Yeah.
So of this 1 million that you're offering, I get 500,000. No, 70%.
No. We'll end up having to give $1 million.
Wait a minute.
Just for the fucking privilege.
What's going on? Why am I getting? What? Why owe you money?
Yeah, exactly. Oh dear.
I think that rolls us to our completion, does it not, Neil?
Yeah.
You got anything else you want to bring up?
Numero uno is
numero uno in the bag.
Done.
Yes, it is. So don't forget to look out for mine and TJ's obituaries tomorrow when we die and then resurrect next week to bring you another Unfiltered Idiots podcast. So that has been us, kid. I hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget, leave us comments, leave us a review, give us 5 stars. Oh, hello.
Just one last thing.
He's got something.
As well.
He's got something.
Because I don't know how far Jay's going to go into. It's like, don't forget, a certain Firefly Zero is now back on Twitch.
I am back on Twitch. I have taken a hiatus, I suppose you could call it. I may have thrown all my toys out the pram and left Twitch a couple of months back. But Starfield has brought me back, and I shall be back playing Starfield possibly Monday and Tuesday, and then maybe on the weekends. It will be a little sporadic because I'm doing it when the wife's out, so she can't shout at me like she did just a couple of seconds ago. And I will be back, so you will be able to find me over on Twitch, Firefly0 at twitch.com. And of course, TJ is always over there, aren't you, TJ?
I am. I'm always over there. Well, always being Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
That's it. He's always over there. You can catch him playing DVD, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You may even see him play other horror games. Maybe he'll do an Alien Isolation run.
Yeah, definitely, possibly, maybe.
Definitely, possibly, maybe. We're doing all the Oasis songs here today, kids. But no, thank you everyone for joining us. Do leave us a review. Leave us a 4 or 5 star. If you're going to leave 1 star, don't bother.
We also do have Twitter, Instagram. The links will be in the description below. Please drop us a like, follow, and show us the love on all platforms. Please, we are trying to grow as a podcast, and we would love your Support, yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Thanks, Joe.
You can also find us doing silly little memes over there because I do what everyone does, which is I copy and paste memes and then put them on our channel. So if I can get you,
make us look cool. Yeah.
That's it, because we like to be funny, and we're not very funny on the pod, so we're going to try and be funny somewhere on social media. Anyway, I think that brings us to our close. Once again, thank you everyone for being with us. I have been Jay Firefly0, and I've been joined by.
I have been the proper TJ. TJ, me, idiot number 1.
Yep. He likes to think he's number 1, but he's actually number 2.
Well, I'm number 1 because I'm on this side. Like, unless we're in China, we start like over here, mate, not over there.
Right, we'll be back live with you next Monday at 7 o'clock. We do record on a Saturday, in case you're wondering. So I will see you all later, kids.
Bye-bye.